channel then? Will it say?
I don't know. I'll have a look.
Fish Palace has gone live. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it's shown as live on there now.
Oh yeah, there we are.
I've just got a notification saying test 1, 2, 3.
That's it. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, test 1, 2, 3.
Can you put comments on there? Let's have a look. Where'd you put comments?
So I've just commented on the video there just now, saying hello. I've done it from my mobile, not the laptop. So
I can't see. I don't know where to chat.
There's a bit of a lag. Yours is just Can you see it on the screen? The comment.
Yeah.
Hello. Right. Let's
see.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Oh, cool. So
there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. I've put it on the screen. You can see.
Oh yeah, I can see. Oh, cool. See. Yeah, there's just a bit of a lag in there.
Yeah.
Put it on the screen. You can see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's just a bit of a lag in there.
So I'm hearing it twice somehow. I don't know how that is.
I've got mine on silent.
Where's Jay? Is he gone?
Jay couldn't handle the live.
Is an enemy's gone on walkabout?
Right. He's chasing it around the tank now. He's just spied it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, seems to be working okay.
I was going to see on comments. All right.
Let's try.
So that's it. So that's nice and easy to put it on the screen. So that works really well. I'm just trying to see how you delete a comment. It comes out, you've got put user in timeout, and it says block user, which I don't want to do. There must be a way of deleting a comment. Jay's back. There is a lag because I've
some sort of lobby there. What was going on?
And then we have to click to let you in.
Oh yeah, it said I had to be admitted or something. So you can just come in and gate crash and just join in.
We thought you'd an enemy had gone on walkabout again.
Oh dear.
Up to his usual Friday night antics.
Who?
The enemy.
Who?
No, not tonight, mate. He's having a sit-in protest at the cave. So we found the cave last Friday. Hasn't budged once yet. I think he's not a big fan of the radiant light because I think it's just too bright. So he's gone down to a bit lower flow and lower lighting. But he seems really happy at the moment.
Yeah.
What's happening with the bubbles, Jay?
The bubbles have gone, yeah.
Yeah, he's lost his bubbles, yeah. I think you've nicked them, mate, Ross.
His bubbles burst, mate.
His bubbles have burst. They will do if he starts wandering towards that Indo torch, whatever it is. I've got a little fence around it, so he can't get it.
What's happening with your name, Steve?
What's that, mate? Oh, he stayed put now, mate. He stayed put.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where is it now then?
He's always been in the same spot. God, I can't even. 6, 8, 12 months. I can't even remember. He's never moved. And then he decided to go on a wander. I was going to bed and I looked, and lo and behold, he's right next to me, bubble cuddle, and I'm like, "Oh no, please don't." And I'm like, "Do I stay up and babysit him, or do I go to bed?" And you know, I chose the bed because it was getting late, so I went to bed. But then when I came down in the morning, he'd gone back to the same place where he come from, so it was weird. You know what I mean? It's strange. It's strange.
The grass isn't greener on the other side. He must have thought it's gone back.
Absolutely, mate.
But it serves you right. Anyway, you're taking the pee out of me with mine. Then yours up sticks and started wandering around.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening with my tank because I've slagged the two of you off for yours. Then mine just took a hit now and went, no.
Yeah.
Number one rule in reefing: don't take the mick out of each other's tanks, otherwise it turns on yours.
Well, it did overnight.
Yours will be all right. Yours will be fine, Ross.
It's
Yeah,
just the ugly
paranoid.
stage, isn't it? It's the ugly stage.
Yeah, I think it was because I thought I had that earlier with the first mini ugly stage, if you want to call it that, which obviously wasn't the ugly stage, but I think now we're at it in a panic more than anything. The first time you see a couple of bubbles, you panic and go, oh no, the tank's ruined, but it's not. I hope.
No.
Is it, what colour is it? Is it green
Listen,
or brown?
It's a kind of browny reddy colour.
Yeah, it's snotty kind of thing. It's also, yeah.
Like you said, Ross, you know what? It's just lack of. It's just because your nutrients are all getting took out. So dinoflagellates are all about lower nutrients. You know what I mean? When you've got very little in, so you having 1 kilo of like biomedia in your tank, that's a hell of a lot. You know what I mean? I think I've only got that in my 350. You know what I mean? It's just so what it's doing is it's sucking everything all out. So you could feed your tank really heavy in one sense, but it'll just take all the nutrients out of the tank. You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
Do a nutrient test now. Do a nutrient test whilst you're on. We'll have a little look, see what it's knocking out.
Could I might just do that.
Yeah. Nitrate test. Do the nitrate test.
Let's see what nitrates we've got.
In the morning.
That's it. The old Salifert, mate.
Fling it in.
Yeah, like people coming and saying you're sponsored by Salifert. You're sponsored. You get that free.
I could fling this one up if you wanted. That would really get them talking. That's the API one that everybody slaughters.
That's supposed to be garbage, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't. When I was cycling the tank, this is what I used was the API one, which is that not sponsored saltwater master test kit. And
I use that.
to be fair, it worked fine when I was doing my cycle. It told me what I needed to know, and it was great. But it's not just as accurate as the Saliferts, and it's a bit more difficult to read, I think.
Yeah.
But that might just be me. But
I was doing the Red Sea nitrite test, and it kept saying there was nitrite in the tank. So I swapped the test to the API, and that said there was no nitrite in it. So I like that test better. I just changed the test until I got a result I liked.
I might have to do that as well, then, mate. Yeah.
Well, I mean, try.
Hey, Jay, do you still use your the Hannah checker today?
Yeah.
The nitrate. Yeah.
The nitrate checker, right, is really good, but it's just.
I know. It takes 17 minutes or something, got it?
What?
About 17 minutes to do it from start to finish.
20 minutes, yeah.
Wow, that's what I mean.
It's got an 8 minute.
That's the only thing.
8 minute countdown on it.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's putting me off it. You know, it really is. You know, like the time, because when you're testing your water, you want to just like test it, have a rough idea, a rough indication of what it is. Well, when it's like you're waiting 20 minutes.
That's a long time. I used to do things like a potassium check. I got one of those kits that had potassium.
Oh,
and all those. And potassium was a nightmare. You'd have to do about 5 different things. Leave it 5 minutes. Leave it 10 minutes. In the end, I just thought I just can't be asked.
Yeah,
with it. I didn't bother anymore.
Iodine and iodide is the same. You know, I've got one of them. You know what iodine and iodide?
Yeah. Look at his eyes. His little ears prick up. He's iodine.
Oh God, the iodine and iodide test kit. Oh, that's the same, mate. Absolutely stupid. Like the amount of time, the things you've got to do for it. First of all, you test it, and then it goes, and then it's got to have a certain amount of calcium in your water to work for the iodine. And if it's not got it, then basically it turns to another totally different color. It's strange, mate. So if you've got over a certain less than, I think it's like 300 ppm, which you shouldn't have of calcium, in your water. It won't. When you're doing the second stage of it, it won't turn the purple. It'll turn like yellow or something like it. It turns totally different. You know what I mean? Oh, they are.
Yeah, look at that. Look, see the logo in the bottom.
Look at that.
Hello, guys.
There's definitely a bit of a lag because when you put that up on YouTube, you put the comment. About 30 seconds later, it came up.
Yeah, that's the one, Jay. Yeah.
Right, here we go.
So that's the nitrate test on, boys. 3 minutes later, and we'll find out.
3 minutes.
Ross, yours is done probably. Mine's just out the box. Jeez. Right.
Old school, mate. Old school.
You couldn't have a race, could you, to do the nitrate test? We're all using kind of Red Sea and other stuff.
I did it about 2 days ago. It was 1.2. So let's have a little look. I don't know how much you can see of this. Let's get a bit of a light on it.
Yeah, you can see it all right.
Can you see it all right?
You can see the bar. I think you can. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is that all right? Right. There's the timer on.
Ooh.
Right, so
let's see.
Are you timing this? Don't time it, honestly. Jesus. You should see it just inside the kit. It's like a bloody.
There you go. You're on your own there. Look, Jay, you're.
Full screen.
It's like if you tune in.
I'm not doing it for 17 minutes though.
If you're tuning into this on a Friday night, oh my God, I feel sorry for you. Lockdown's getting to you. Right, it's like a bloody paramedic's bag in here. Where have I put me? There we go. Right, so we need to get.
So Jay, it's a lot slicker than this on your video. Come on.
I know, you make it look easy.
It's because I edit like mad on it. That's why.
Oh no, I know what it is. It's because you've not said roll the titles. That's what's happened.
Yeah.
Right, 7 ml of specimen water.
7 ml?
7 ml, yeah. 4 ml of this stuff costs 25 quid a bottle. Brilliant.
How long does that last you?
This is my second bottle.
Oh. I mean, again,
No,
not sponsored in the slightest, but Salifert kit here does 60 tests.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like 7
This
quid
one
or
does
something, I think.
25.
Yeah.
It's a pound of
That's
test.
that's my only gripe, with Hannah. Yeah, you pay the £70 for the actual products. Yeah,
Yeah.
and but then the refills for them are insane. It's like the phosphate. The phosphate. It's like I think it's It's about 19 quid. I think £21 for the 25 tests. You know what I mean? It's just stupid the prices where you can buy like phosphate Salifert for 9 quid for 50 tests. Do you know what I mean? It's
Basically, it's a pound a test. So have we got super chat on here? Or what? I bet you've got your result already. I'm only on bag B here.
Well, that's 3 minutes, so I'm just going to bring some light over to have a wee look and see.
Jay, where's the neb?
Don't even ask. Now I put this light on this side here, it's going to be out again, isn't it? As soon as you change the light in it, just...
So, there we go. Nitrate results is, I would say, bang on 10.
10?
Yeah.
10. You haven't got dinos, surely, at 10.
Well, you won't have dinos at 10 then.
I think it's just
No chance,
just the
Jay.
kind of snot that you get, isn't it? Which is a mix of different bits of green air algae with not cyano, but it's diatoms, and it all mixes up, and it looks really stringy, doesn't it? And then you get a bit of oxygen or something on it. And that's what I suspect it is, because I've done a picture earlier. It looked very similar. It's hard to tell on pictures, isn't it? And then it just looks really bad. And mine has burnt out over 3 weeks. I'm probably down to a couple of little patches on the rocks. My sandbed's knackered, but I'm not fussed. It'll just sort itself out, I think, anyway. As long as you don't start covering corals and stuff like that, that's when I start to think, I better clear it up a little bit,
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if it's dinos with 10 ppm. I'd be shocked, to be truthful, because like you said, the dinos feed off low nutrient systems, as in like 0 to, very, very little. Yeah. So I just can't see that. Like you said, really, it could be like because you can have like a diatom bloom, a diatom bloom, can't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, Ross, log in on your phone. Log into the live stream. Use the link, and then we can see the snot.
I'll keep my hand here, Ross.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Whilst Jay's having a good time.
Really enjoying your channel, Ross. Really enjoying it, mate.
Jay, if you could just go easy on the eye contact, Jay. It's a bit disturbing. Mate.
Right, where's the boot out button?
Should probably have a PG rating on this.
Well, it's after the watershed, isn't it? So we're all right. It's gone 9 o'clock. Kids are in bed now. Have you got? You've already got your score, haven't you? Yeah. Right, that's 1 minute of that shaking up.
God, I tell you what. There
Oh,
we go. Right. There we go. Show us the tank.
Right, so I don't know how I flip my camera around. That's what I'm trying to look at.
That's like, well, there's someone exactly the same as you in here, Ross.
So, let me see.
We've got 3 bearded wonders. There we go. Look at that. Look.
There's not enough diversity on this channel.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Let me just expand this.
Yeah. There
we go.
That don't look like dinos, does it? I don't think. It looks like a little.
Dinos, yeah, that's not dinos, that, Ross. No chance.
So can you see the bubbles there?
Yeah, you know what that is? That's just like algae, a bit of algae with some like trapped air bubbles on it that just makes it look like diatoms.
I wouldn't say that was dinos. That just looks like a little bit of cyano, a bit of diatoms. Could be cyano. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Yeah. Which is an imbalance because it could be your nitrates at 10. What's your phosphate? Because it could be your phosphates alone.
Check, but my phosphate the last time was 0.02.
Yeah,
so I haven't checked since then.
Little bit. Is that a little bit low when you got 1 at 10 and 1 at 0.02? I'd bring it up to about 0.5, 0.6, and you probably close the gap on that a little bit. But you're just going to find that.
Yeah. That's definitely not diet. You know that, mate. No chance.
That's not dinos, no.
Like you said, really, you got a bit of cyano there at the back. Well, that's because of flow. That it's a lot of you know. I have cyano in mine, but it's just where where the wave makers don't hit the spots. You know what I mean?
So there's.
I tell you, Ross, that's looking good though. Liking those zoas, the ones at the top.
Those green ones look really good.
So that's
they're just popping, aren't they?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that is what I got for my 12.99 on that one frag there. As you can see, the crab climbed all over that one, so they've just hid just now, but they were actually really nice as well. And that one there was another 12.99 for all those.
Like fire and ice, isn't it? Those ones,
they're fire and ice.
They're nice.
The ones that are hidden is the dragon eyes, I think they're called.
Yeah.
And then they are blue. What are they again?
Blue Hornets.
Can't remember the name of them. It's like MOC blue something.
Right.
Aren't they Hulk? Aren't they Hulk ones?
No, they're not actually, mate.
The green like Hulk.
Let me see. Just find this just now.
What's he doing?
I'm just trying to find. Sorry. So they are Blue Devils, Anthid.
Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Never heard of those. That's another one made up. Ross, have you not made that up? You're going to sell them for 100 quid a pollock.
Classic make you up with zoas there.
So I'm not quite sure if it's something from mail order corals or not, but he calls them MOC, Blue Devils.
That's his own. Yeah, he's made it up himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, because it's mail order corals must be the MOC, so I think he has made that up. But either way, they're really nice when you see them.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, definitely nice.
And again, not sponsored in the slightest, but 12.99 for all those polyps. I can't complain at that.
No, that is good value. You can't argue that. Is that the mushroom?
Yeah, that's the mushroom.
That's the lava lamp, which hasn't really coloured up the same way as it was in the shop, but I dare say it will over time. You're gonna get different. I find you put corals in, they change, and then over time they just morph depending on your flow, nutrients, light. Things that will be completely different to in a shot. I wouldn't worry about it. And then there's the world famous Duncan that you've all seen about 30 times. Never seen it.
Yes. That is a really nice Duncan, though. It
is nice, isn't it? Look how it's open. I mean, that is good.
Yeah. And then the pièce de résistance is the clown.
Here they are, the survivors. Yeah.
Now, if you actually look at that one, you can see its body shape where the bit is kind of missed off the bottom of it.
Oh yeah.
The
one at it's the one at the top now.
Yeah.
If you look, you can see where it dips in.
It's got like a little nick out of its body.
Yeah.
But healthy and seems to be fine. So yeah,
crazy that. Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Oh, it's looking good, Ross.
It is, isn't it?
Thanks, mate. That's
nice.
My wave maker in the back.
I'd say those Nero 3s. I mean, I don't know if you saw. I've done a video, and it's probably one of the best performing videos I've got. Excellent, really good. And the price of it, you pay, what is it? I think it's 100 quid cheap.
I think it was.
Where you look, a MP40 is 250.
Yeah.
And I done a test side by side, and the flow is virtually the same. The only difference is one you have the wire in the tank, and the other one you got it outside. So it depends on your preference, doesn't it? But I think it's brilliant.
It's a very thin wire that's on it, and I can actually still fit that DD jump guard, and you notice it sits almost perfectly flush on there with that because the wire's so thin. So the only thing is that I've got it running at 25% because it blows my sand everywhere if I put it more than that. So it's way overpowered for what I need in the tank. But
don't put it on pulse mode because you won't be able. You'd have a sandstorm.
Exactly.
No, well, I put it on pulse mode when I first got it, and the water was almost coming out the tank, so I had to quickly switch that off.
They're lovely. Well, I think they're really good. Underrated. The price point I think is pretty good when you look at the technology. That's in it.
Yeah. So there we go. That's
nice.
That's where we're at with that one.
Let's go back to Jay. Jay, you're live, Jay. What's going on? Got your elbow?
I'm just hit the hard stuff here.
Was you snorting some stuff a minute ago?
Like an episode of Train Spotting.
So what minute are we on? Are we hit 10 minutes yet or what?
No, not yet. No.
Reef Cube Dan's just said hi. Reef Cube Dan.
Hi, Reef Cube Dan.
Oh yeah.
He'll be wondering what's taking Jay so long with this test.
So Jay is
Reef Cube Dan. Yeah, make sure you follow him. He's a good guy on there. Is he our first ever person to join us?
He is,
so. First one to comment. Welcome, Reef Cube Dan.
I'll go and follow his Instagram page just now.
So the challenge here is to do the nitrate test under an hour.
Half an hour. And we've been on since 4 o'clock today. And he's 2/3 of the way through.
This is the final bag going in.
Don't mess it up now, Jay. Don't mess it up now, mate.
Don't sneeze.
No pressure, Jay, but everyone's watching you.
Look at the concentration in Jay's face there.
Either that or he's got wind.
The price of these test kits, you don't want to go all over the day.
I tell you what, I'm going to stick to Red Sea or Elos or something like that. I could not do 15 minutes of that. Imagine making one mistake and it's half an hour.
Exactly, yeah.
So the next
I just
bit,
couldn't do
2 minute. This is the workout. I've got to do a 2-minute shake here now.
Again, no eye contact, Jay.
2-minute shake, then you go back to your vial. Right, there we go. You don't need me on the big screen whilst I'm doing this. It's nothing exciting. Oh, helps if you press the time. So if I've done it right, this will go pink after about a minute.
What are we talking about here?
Language, Timothy, language.
It's a bit of a workout. You can actually get like shaking things, can't you? But after you've forked out 70 quid for the kit, you can't afford one. That's the problem.
Is that the wee magnetic stirrers you're talking about, Jay?
Yeah, the magnetic.
Well, the Salifert came in about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, it's done back in the box and away on the shelf.
It's done, yeah. He's done a water change and everything else.
Beard trim. Oh no, maybe not.
No, I won't go that far.
Hey Jay, so that nitrate test, it's the low nitrate in it, so it's only up to 5.
It goes up to 5.
5 ppm in it.
Oh, is it? Is that all?
Yeah.
Up to low.
So if you've got a tank where it's got like 10 ppm, it's no good for you, is it?
No.
Really?
No.
I'm using the Yelos one at the moment. That goes up to 25, and that's that one's all right. What do you use for phosphate? I use the Yelos high something. I can't remember. I think it's a really. I like it. It's a really good one. It's the best one I've used. I've used Salifert, and I've used Red Sea, and I've used the Yelos one for quite a while. I think it's pretty spot on.
I use the Hana, just the Hana. You know the Hana checker.
Yeah,
I did use the Hana. I used the Hana calcium one, but it was so inconsistent, that Hana calcium checker.
That's what's done me. The calcium one.
It was so inconsistent. And then on that BRS, the BRS, the American BRS show, they did a 25-minute special on which one was the best calcium checker. And Thingy came up on top. The Red Sea one came up on top.
Yeah, that's the one I used. Red Sea. Yeah.
That came off for the most, the most accurate, as in like average. So obviously they tested it a few, I think there was about 3 times or 4 times, and then they did an average of what it was. Do you know what I mean? But like some of them, I thought you were showing it me then.
2 minutes of shaking. Now there's 8 minutes to wait for the result. By the meantime, I've got brand new fishing corals because all the rest of them have just died. Waiting for the result. There we go. Anyway, it's going to give us a result, so that's good.
Yeah, before the end.
The only bit that goes wrong sometimes is when you haven't got the filtration right here. That's coming. So if this isn't tight enough, this filtration, then you get a cloudy vial. It should be really clear. That's the only problem I've had, but now I've mastered that bit. It seems to be all right.
Yeah.
There you go. Reef Cube Dan says Hannah best for phosphate, which I think is what.
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
And alkalinity, I'd go with. Alkalinity one's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is it? Is it instant? Because I used the Red Sea one and you put it in there in the pipette, boom, and it's done in about 30 seconds.
3 minutes it is for the alkalinity one. Well, you add your test vial, then it goes on. You press C1, you press the button, then it goes add C2, which is your reagent, and then you shake it up 7 times, 10 times, put it back in, press the button, and then it gives it a 3-minute countdown. So 4 minutes overall. You know what I mean? That's enough, I think. For a test. 5 minutes the maximum, I think.
Top 3 Hannahs: salinity, alkalinity, phosphate.
Is that the one that's got the salinity and the heat on it? Is the one you dip in? Is it? Yeah, I've just bought that. Actually, I haven't tried it out yet. I haven't calibrated yet, but I've got it just so I can go randomly around the tanks and just do a check on it.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah,
brilliant,
so easy.
Brilliant. Yeah. What did you say, Jay? Would you go in order of the Hannah checkers?
In order, right? Okay.
Let's say your top 3.
I go salinity because I'm always mixing salt water, so it saves me a load of time.
Yeah.
Then probably phosphate because it's quite quick and easy. But so Reef Cube Dan, phosphate checker, and that's so it's like important in it to keep an eye on your phosphate.
Yeah.
And then alkalinity is good.
Well, I'd go the opposite way to you. I would go. There's Hannah salinity checker absolutely first.
Yeah.
But then I'd go alkalinity because I think alkalinity is more. You need to have stable alk as opposed to phosphate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I would. I'd go with the alkalinity first, and then the phosphate checker. That's what I'd go for. And then I'd throw the calcium checker in the bin.
Reef Cube Dan's found a longer test than the Nitrate Hannah one there. 18
That's
minutes.
Is that the Reef Keeper? That's because I still haven't set mine up yet, but I've heard it goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
That's my. You know what though? That's my. That's the one that I want though. I want that KH Keeper. I want that. Yeah. I
definitely just monitor it all the time.
Well, you can have it up to 24 times a day if you want, so you can test it every hour. Yeah. But obviously you're not going to do that. You know what I mean? But you could theoretically do it if you want it. But see, I'd probably do it 3 times a day. 1 in the morning, early morning, then one mid-afternoon, and then one in the evening. You know, do it that way. That's why.
Yeah.
Because then you're seeing like because obviously they say the alkalinity gets took out more during the day. You know, when the lights on.
Because the usage, yeah.
Because the usage,
yeah.
It would be interesting to see if it actually does. You know what I mean?
Well, I've heard it does. I mean, also when you change things like rower and stuff like that, that's supposed to have a bit of an impact on your alk as well.
Yeah.
There you go. So reef queue down every 4 hours.
Yeah.
And he says it's loud.
It's loud. What, louder than a skimmer? That's quite loud, isn't it? A skimmer. It can't be louder than the return.
Yeah, it can't be as loud as that Reeftronic. Is it the Reeftronic, the Alcatronic, or whatever that one? That's supposed to wake the neighbours up. You know, the Alcatronic one. Mine drops between 4 and 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so the lights have been on for quite a while, and then probably it's consuming, and they've woken up and stuff like that. And the lights obviously probably die down, and then they start getting a bit more.
What time do your lights die down, Ross? Look at
that.
Believe it or not,
midnight.
Believe it or not, it's not actually that bright. It just looks bright.
Your snails think they're in Antarctica 24 hours a day.
It isn't actually that bright in person, believe it or not.
The sun sets on the equator about 6, 7 at night, you know.
Not up here. We've got a bit of different sunset up here, mate.
Northern Lights are going to come up on yours in a minute.
I know. I've changed mine to come on later now because they were coming on earlier. So I've changed it to come on later and go off a bit earlier. So I think they're due to go off about 10 o'clock, 10:30-ish.
What, for 2 hours?
Yeah, and then they come back on again.
They got to cool down, and then they all have to get back on again.
Come back on it for you. Right, have you not seen the price of them bulbs? You need to calm it down a little bit.
I'll be fine.
There you go.
You can't put it this way. I wouldn't have bought it if I knew how loud it was. I'll buy it off you £200 then.
Can't even hear his TV anymore. Bloody hell. That's when you put reefing first, isn't it? That reefing is it does change your life. I mean, I got up twice in the night when that Nemo started moving.
Only twice. Yeah, but it was each time he was up for 3 hours.
I was going to get on Amazon, you know, them little baby cameras. I was going to get put one in this room and then put one next to
you could have a live stream, couldn't you? Just on your tank, looking for the NEM to watch. And it's got a motion sensor and it wakes you up.
Ross has sent me a sticker. I'm going to return him with a NEM when it splits.
No. Do not want that.
He's too worried about his dinos.
They love 10 parts per million nitrate. They love it.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, so my tank lights are still on, but the frog lights are off now, so they're gone. So at least they know that it's night time, but the tank still is slightly light.
Should get some
It sounds like you need them, mate. Sounds like you need them. Jeez. You must have an understanding missus if you can't hear the TV over it. God.
I know, yeah.
Also means you can't hear the missus over it as well, though, so that's a real positive.
Is that deliberate?
Good call. Good call, that, Ross. Good call. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're on to 20-second countdown here, gents.
Oh, 1 minute.
Oh. What's that been? About 18 minutes? 19 minutes?
I don't know. It's been a while, though, hasn't
it? Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm excited.
What you reckon, Jake?
Here we go.
What are you going to say, Jake?
1.2.
What, failed?
I reckon.
1.7.
It's error.
That's failed.
What's
1.93. You're right.
It's gone up.
Oh, way up.
Oh.
Hey, up. 1.93. That's not bad.
That's just less than 2. I'll take that. That's all right.
Yeah, no, that's good, that.
Jay, I think you should do another test, mate, just to make sure it's okay.
It's a false test.
I reckon I'd finish it before your lights went down.
I think you would, aye. It's
up half. No, it's gone up more than that. It was 0.2, so now that's highest it's been. Trying to keep up. It's heard yours, Ross, and it's trying to keep up with yours. We keep down. That is a brilliant piece of kit. Oops, I dropped it then. It is good, but it does take about 20 minutes. So if you did it like once a month, well, it's good to have a digital readout, isn't it?
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah,
it's good, and it's just reassuring to know that my nitrates are they're in range anyway. That's all right.
no, bang on.
So, Jay, have you compared that to any other tests, like the Salifert ones or anything?
There's a feeding ban tomorrow.
Jay, have you compared that to any like the Salifert or your Red Sea test kits or anything to see what the difference is?
No,
with the
harness? Like I said earlier, I only swap them when I don't like the result. if it reads like something I don't like, I'll buy another kit and get another. I was a bit gutted that.
The result of the test kit.
It's a good job we're not sponsored by Hannah, isn't it?
Yeah. But I was going to say something. I can't remember what I was going to say. Something useless anyway. I can't remember.
You're going to try again?
Yeah. I need to go and clean this out next. That'll take me about 5 minutes. It's a good result. I'm happy with that. In fact, I need to update it on my aquarium note app here.
Jay, did you not get some of the wee squeezy bottles?
Squeezy bottles.
Yes, that's what you need. The wee squeezy bottles. Put some RO water in it, and then you can just rinse it out. No problem.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
That is professional, Russ.
Hey, look at this. Look at this.
It's the fact that I was trying to get RO water out my big 25-litre drum and realising it wasn't really that easy, so I decided that it's easier to go with these wee bottles, and it makes it a bit simpler.
Right, I'm going to just go rinse this file out in a second. I've run out of beer. Does anybody want anything from the bar whilst I'm going?
Yeah, please, mate.
It's my round. Let's get these rinsed out.
So, Ross, what are you using for phosphate?
It is the...
Oh, Salifert as well?
Yep.
You can't go wrong with Salifert, though, can you? You know what I mean?
No, that's what I used to begin.
They've been around for years, haven't they?
Yeah, you know I mean? They're tried and tested, aren't they?
Yeah, they're tried and tested. You see, this is the problem. Just like Reed Cube Dan was saying there before, you know, like with like the KH keeper and stuff like that. I want one. You've got one, Paul. But it's up to now. It's not proven, is it? It's only just come out like within the past year or so. You know what I mean? It was beta tested, wasn't it? And then it's only officially come out the last 8 months or so, 9 months. So
this one's the latest on the market, isn't it? Because you had Alcatronic and you had the Trident as well. They're fairly and then you've got
and then you've got the KH. Yeah. But look, even when you look at the Triton, look how long that's been going on for, and it still has its flaws, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Neptune recalled some of them back, didn't they?
On the first one, what I don't like though is you test all three elements. I don't want to test magnesium and calcium, I don't know, 4 times a day. If you could do alkalinity, you know, you could do a range on that and do the other ones maybe once or twice or 3. I would do that, but I wasn't gonna, because I've got Apex, so I could easily have plugged it in, but I just didn't want to. And the reagents are pretty expensive as well, so I didn't fancy it. Yeah.
Like you said, you know what? Somebody put down on one of the forums about like all he wants is a specific machine that does that. It concentrate and that is calibrated for one specific, element. So like, i.e., calcium, alkalinity, and stuff like that. When you dose because if you think about it, like the Alcatronic, that's dosing through the same tube. All right, it's being flushed out, but it's still dosing alkalinity. It's still testing alkalinity, calcium, and magnesium all the way through the same pipe. You know what I mean? The same tubing. So, you know, sometimes you're might get a wrong reading. You know what I mean? Whereas like that KH keeper, it's just specifically for alkalinity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Has anybody tried the GHL stuff to see what it's like, or is...
No.
Now you see a few people online. I think it's like any of them. Some people absolutely love them, and some people can't seem to get on with them. And what I have heard, are really, from what I've seen, no experience, they're really hard to set up. The instructions are not pretty good, but once you've set them up, Reef Dog had that, and then he got rid of it, and he's got the KH Keeper. He just couldn't get on with the controllability on his phone. You didn't have like the graphs and all that, so you can see what it's tracking at. And he said it was a real pain to set up. And he said the KH Keeper's a lot better as his first impression. And he hasn't got Apex, so he didn't want to go down that route, because you get the Neptune, you then got that, you got to get all the brain and all the other stuff in it. It really adds up.
Prestige Reef has got the GHLs running on his, on all of his tanks. He bought about 4 of them, I think, 4 or 5 or something, to set them all up. That must have been a nightmare setting all them up. You know what I mean? Linking them, daisy chaining them all together, I assume. That's what because I believe you can do that, can't you? You know, like daisy chaining them.
Yeah.
So
what was it you've got, Paul? Have you got the Apex?
Yeah, so when I bought the tank behind me, it was second hand, and I got the whole stuff for it. So I've got the probes with it. I've got 2 DOS dosers, which are brilliant. They're like bricks, so they're really big, but they are really solid. They're what are they called? They're the pumps. The heads don't tend to wear out. Oh no, they don't. So that's a different one. It's a peri pump, so they do it. But they're pretty good. I've still got the same ones when I started out. One of the heads is just beginning to go now, and I need to replace it. I don't know. I've got the auto feeder, but I only use that when I'm on holiday. So, but yeah, I recommend it. It's saved my tank a couple of times, because it's got a heat probe on it, and a couple of times they've gone, and you get an alert, and I've come home and it's saved the tank, and I wouldn't have known otherwise. So, from that point of view, it's a bit like you've got the controllers, the DD ones. The good thing about the Apex and the others, you've got it on your phone and you get an alert through. So if you're away or you make an error, something, you do a water change, you don't switch something back on or whatever, it really helps.
Yeah. I wouldn't be without my Apex. It's the brains of the tank for me. You know what I mean? I bought the the EL version, the junior one, the EL. Excuse me, but I've added onto it. So I've got the WXM module, and then I added the leak detection kits on it. I put them on it, and I put a salinity probe on it as well. So basically, it's like the full Apex, you know what I mean? But at the time, I didn't have £800 to buy for the brand new one, you know what I mean? So I paid the cheaper option, and then I thought, when I get the money, I can just add on to it, you know what I mean? And that's what I've done. So but the leak detection kits are a nightmare, because if you spill a little tiny bit of water, and it goes underneath the cabinet, it sets it off straight away, you know what I mean? So it's like, you're just it's so delicate, you know what I mean? You're in that fine margin with it, but it would save you. If you had a leak or something, it'll save your tank, because you could shut the pump off.
Yeah, it's a bit like anything. I mean, Reef Cube Dan saying here about some people rate the GHL and other think it's a lot of money. I think it's like anything. So people seem to like certain ones and then others, and they're probably very similar, different price points, aren't they? The Alcatronic's quite expensive, isn't it? And the reagent, and then you've got the KH Keeper is probably the cheapest. And I think also the reagent is quite a lot. So it's quite cheap and you get a lot. So I think it depends on your preference, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And I suppose it works out on like how many times you want to test a day, innit? You know what I mean? If you want to test it 8 times a day, then your alkaline is going to run. Then your reagent's going to run out a lot quicker, innit? It's going to cost you more. You know what I mean? But realistically, on alkalinity, like Reef Cube Dan has said, he tests every 4 hours. You know what I mean? So he's testing 6 times a day, is it? 5-6 times a day. Yeah. So,
yeah, but that's good peace of mind when you're aiming for stability, isn't it?
Absolutely. It gives you that, like exactly like you said, that peace of mind of where your tank is sitting, how much alkaline is being consumed at each time, in between the 4 hours. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a good idea.
I think especially if you're going for SPS and the higher end ones where they sulk at the slightest thing. I think if you're predominantly LPS and that, you've got a bit more wriggle room. That's why in the tank behind me, I haven't got any high end SPS because I'm not a conscientious reefer. I'm a bit lazy at times. It swings.
I might not soon. Those flatworms are not eradicated, mate.
Well, yeah. There's no amount of dosing or anything will help with that, though, will it?
Oh, mate, I'm going on to. I'm just gonna change my whole tank if that's the case. You know what I mean?
Flatworms love really expensive mushrooms. I was just reading it. I've heard they can strip a mushroom in an hour like piranha.
Mate, you know, honest to God, you know, I don't know about you guys, but you'd see. Have you ever noticed, like, you see a bug in your tank and you go, "Where the hell is that bug?" Like you did, Ross, with that clam which was on your snail or whatever you thought.
Yeah.
And you think, where the hell has that come from? You know, it wasn't on it when I bought it, or you dip it, and it just goes to show that no matter how many times you dip your corals, your corals are not 100% safe when you put them in your tank. Do you know what I mean? You can dip them twice, you can scrub them with a toothbrush, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be clear of eggs, and that's a proven point in my tank. You know what I mean? Flatworms, I would never have dreamt that I'd have them, but for some reason they've come in somehow, and I don't know where they've come in because I dip every coral, that goes in my tank. So for me, I'm trying to rewind it in my head, thinking, what have I done? Where have they come from?
How did you spot them though? They're like clear glass, aren't they?
Well, you see them on the on your coral. You'll see like the white patches. They look like white bite marks.
Yeah.
So they took it out, and I've got like a magnifying glass, like a magnifying scope type thing, and I zoomed in on it, and I seen it, and I was seeing them moving, and that's when I knew, and I thought, oh man, this is problem.
Did you know what it was straight away?
Straight away, knew it straight away.
Yeah,
knew it.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah.
So Dan said about using rust.
I've just bought one reef cube down as well. I bought a 6-line rust. But as the chaps know, my clownfish are like Ronnie and Reggie. So Ronnie and Reggie created a nightmare. So they just attack anybody. You know what I mean? So, but I've put it in, and it seems to be holding its own against them. Yeah. So fingers crossed, he will do the business.
I tell you what else I've heard helps, and I put some in mine, is damsels. And I know they get a mixed review, but they apparently eat a lot of pests as well, which I never thought, but I've only read it, and I read it in different places. It wasn't just on Facebook. So that's one of the reasons why I got 7 Springer wrasse, because I had the flatworm, but the red ones.
Right.
And there was an absolute nightmare. So I put loads of damsels in, I put wrasse, but it was just infested with it. So I used Flatworm X. And even with that, you use it, but it doesn't kill the eggs. So I had to dose it 3 days on the bounce. And that's why I'm thinking around whether you add eggs on something. And I do wonder whether things like dip and that actually will kill the eggs, or whether that protects me. You just don't know. And that's why I always snip off the frag plugs. But even that, you can't guarantee 100%. You can do certain stuff, but unless you quarantine in a separate tank, bloody blah blah, there's nothing you can do about it, is there?
No, you see, like these super high end, these like super high end SPS tanks. You know what people have got. You see them on all different platforms and stuff. Yeah, these guys, they actually have separate quarantine tanks for their coral, for their SPS coral, and they put them in for 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks at a time. To make sure that no bugs are going in, because they know if one of them is infected with flatworm and they put it into their SPS dominated tank, it could wipe the whole tank out. So it's just not worth it, to it. So that's what they do. But I haven't got the space to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like we're limited in what we can do. You know what I mean? So
what have you put in recently? What have you put in recently that it could have been?
This is what I can't understand. I've only put one acropoda in my tank recently, and that was that was a frag. That was a frag. Now, flatworms don't live on flat frags; they live on colonies mainly. Yeah.
Right.
So, from what I've done on the researching, but I also bought 2 chalices. Now they're not going to be on the chalices unless they were on the actual frag plug of it. Yeah,
could have been.
They might have been on the frag plug, but I did dip it. But like Paul said, if they're eggs, the eggs, even when you dip them, unless you actually scrape them off and you see them, they'll stay there. They'll stay in place. Do you know what I mean? So when I've put them in the tank, they've hatched, and then they've gone on to my acropora. Because it's strange, because I've had that barley green slimer in my tank for 18 months. Yeah, from a little tiny 1-inch frag, and it's grew into like a 6-7 inch frag with branching out, and it within 18 months, 19 months, and then all of a sudden it starts to recede, starts to melt away. You know what I mean? So it's very, very strange.
I can remember you saying you were like, "Oh, my barley green slime is gone," and I'm not sure what it is. Obviously, it's the flatworm, isn't it now? Yeah,
it was the flatworm, mate. Yeah, eating away at it. Yeah.
So just a couple of posts from Dan there. You've got around Monty eating nudies, got through dips, which kind of says that, doesn't it? And then the other one is about Timor wrasse. I had a Timor wrasse once. It was so timid. For a wrasse, it was so timid. It wouldn't have done much. But yeah, some there's
Timor
wrasse. Timor wrasse. They're lovely looking wrasses. And some wrasse eat more than other things, don't they? They all seem to pick, don't they? But some seem to love certain bugs, and obviously Timor wrasse is one that done the trick there.
Right.
Because I don't think I've got some people.
A hungry one, Steve.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, mate.
Stope, you've got a hungry one.
Well,
did you take some flatworm to the shop and just show them what yours looked like? Came straight to the glass and you were like,
well, the funny thing was I added the wrasse in the tank before, and obviously the other fish come round to explore, see what his job role was in the tank, and he just like darted in this cave, and I thought, oh, here we go, this is it now. He's not going to come out of here. But you know what? Fair play to the little brother. He come out and he's darting around, and then lo and behold, he went exactly where all my SPS are on the rock, and you could see him like nipping, at the rock. So he was like eating something off the rock. Now, whether he was eating flatworms, I don't know, but he was eating something. He was pecking it. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that maybe he is. You know what I mean? But we'll only see. Only time will tell.
I reckon he's onto it already. Can I ask? This question sounds stupid. Why do we have frag plugs? If everybody wants to cut them off, why don't they just transport them without plugs on?
They're easier. They're easy to transport when so when I send them out like you one Prestige Reef when they're upside down and in the kind of little polystyrene, whatever it is. But it's just, I've asked people before and they've said send them out. So I haven't put them on frag plugs. I'm taking some frags around to someone at the weekend, and I've cut them and everything else, and I'm going to take him off the frag plugs. He said he doesn't want the frag plugs, so I might as well just keep them. So it's just convenience. I know what you mean. It's
see those. See the corals that I got today. They all came on frag plugs, but every coral is actually mounted on a piece of live rock. So they've glued the live rock to the frag plug. So there's a tiny piece of live rock. Corals all grown on that, but it's still on a frag plug, which I thought was a bit strange. But
it just gives everybody a job. You get your coral, like, oh, that's really nice. And you're like, oh, I've got it really frag now. It's like people are doing just to wind you up. Oh, look at this! Nice, this coral is. Let's try and get it off without killing it.
You see,
ban frag plugs from the hobby.
You see, it's like Paul said, it's all about and Reef Duke Dana said it's stop them bouncing about in a container when it's been posted. Okay. You know what I mean? But I agree, totally agree. With him because but then that Prestige Reef when he gets them. He cuts the existing frag plug off and then sticks them on his own frag plugs. Do you know what I mean? That way, he's eliminating any pest that is on the frag plug itself. It's really, but that's a good thing. But on the same hand, if it's encrusted already on the frag plug, you're basically cutting your coral off. So you're like, it's a catch-22. Do you know what I mean? So
you put a bit more stress on it as well, aren't you?
Exactly.
We make a new frag plug.
Here's one for you. Here's one, a dissolvable frag plug.
Hey, a dissolvable one, Hey, good point.
It lasts maybe a week and then dissolves.
The thing is that when you put a Zoa on it, and all of a sudden your Zoa, it dissolves and your Zoa's flying around and you spent 100 quid on a polyp and you're thinking, where the bloody hell's my Zoa gone? You put the wrong one on and you think it's just gone. I tell you
on your Iron Man Zoa that you bought off eBay.
I don't think we should do any more eBay buys, Jay.
I'm not buying it. I've been stung. I've been stung on eBay. Prestige Reef and Kingdom of Corals are just amazing. They're just
I saw their site. I got some fantastic pieces. A bit pricey, but there's some nice stuff on the Kingdom of Corals.
Kingdom of Corals. Where are they, Jay? Them Kingdom of Corals. Where are they? Where are they based?
London. Is it
London?
Maidenhead, near Maidenhead, I think, somewhere like that, down south.
Oh, are they?
It's down south, but just outside of London,
Yeah, just outside London, yeah.
But some really nice. He was the one who had all the New York. Was it New York Knicks?
Yeah.
The
I want one of them as well on the side, I'm waiting for payday. And it's the missus' birthday next month, so I'm gonna be skint, so I'm not gonna have any money.
You're getting her some coral.
The mortgage can wait, mate. Get a New York Knicks.
She wants a New York Knicks, yeah, but what she said.
We've got Neil's Reef coming. Hi, Neil.
Hey, Neil's
Reef.
Hello, Neil.
I love Neil's channel. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
He's got a dream fish. He has.
What's that then?
I'm hoping it jumps out into my tank.
You could swap him on M for it, Jay.
What?
Swap him on M for it.
I'll trade him a Rogan Nam.
So what's the favourite fish then, Jay?
He's got my favourite fish, a jawfish, I think.
Ah, that's the video. Yeah, that was the one from the other day, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yellow spot jawfish.
Yeah.
Jawfish. Yeah.
I think I've got 3 fish in here, and I don't know if I can have another one really. If that's what I'd get. Just love it. You could
have another fish in your tank, Jay.
Do you reckon? Yeah. I want it. It's only 20 gallon.
Yeah.
I think you'll be all right with 4.
I think you'll be all right with 4. Yeah.
You think? I'll save up.
Just don't get a yellow tang.
Oh, they're superb.
That's the top tip, isn't it? Invest in yellow tangs.
Invest in yellow tangs, yeah.
If I had a quarantine tank, it'd have a yellow tang in it, without a doubt.
Reef Cube Dan put £420 for a bleeding apple scully on Kingdom of Corals. Wow.
That is nuts, isn't it?
Have they gone up that much? Bleeding apple scullies? If they do that much. Wow.
I've got a £10 voucher anyway, so I'm all right.
Buy another 400 corals, you'll be all right. You can get it for free.
Shit, Where's it gone now? Oh no, I've lost it. That's not good. Yorkshireman losing a voucher. That's not good.
The thing is, you spend another 200 quid to get 10 quid off.
It's here, don't worry.
There you go. Panic off. There you go, Jay. Neil says squeeze it in.
£10 off. I'm not giving you the code, Dan. You're a lot of rubbish.
You just saw it on the screen.
It's all right. I've done a screenshot.
You go to use it and it says, sorry, it's already been used.
I'm going to use it for the New York Knicks next month.
Yeah.
That's what I fancy. All one of his bounce mushrooms. I'll buy it cheap off Steve. 400. Bargain, mate. 410.
I know, it's nuts.
That's not the dearest. There was a New York Knicks 4-headed torch on there, and I really wanted that. But that was £400. Crazy.
But those kind of prices for that Scully, for example, I reckon you can get that in an LFS. You could probably get that cheaper in an LFS than you can. And the thing is, you're spending 400 quid and you haven't even seen it. I'm not saying it's not a good quality, but if I'm spending that kind of money, I'm not being funny. I want to see it. Or I really trust the guys. I mean, Prestige Reef, obviously that branching hammer you've got, you see it on the screen, blah blah. So you kind of see what it's gone through. So you've got a bit of trust there.
Yeah, he's got really good processes, hasn't he, of cleaning the frags, and he's good. He's good. Prestige Reef. But I want to try and save up for a Holy Grail. That's what I want to do. That's next job.
Jay, you want to make sure that tank's insured of yours. That's what you want to do.
I know.
Well, you say that. I need to have a backup. I got one for 100 seconds. What, Holy Grail?
I think it's the bleeding apple, but I'm not too sure. What is it, Dan?
There's a bit of delay with the comments, I think.
Yeah, you can't. That won't be for the. There's no way that's for the.
It's not a Holy Grail. It's not
a Holy Grail. No.
That'll be the Scully.
Scully.
Yeah, Scully.
Yeah. But I mean, they've gone up a lot.
Hey, how much are the Holy Grails going for, Jay? On that, are they on that?
He hasn't got one. I've only ever seen one. It was 500 quid. Yeah, but I can only get a couple of corals in here anyway, can't I? Everybody goes on about SPS, but they're quite cheap, most of them, aren't they? They're like 15, 20, 25 quid. There's not many for over 50 quid, is there, SPS?
There can be. The higher end ones, they're, if you think of like Cat's Paw, like Stylophora, Hystrix, all that are fairly cheap. Some of the acros are quite expensive, especially the Indo ones. You can easily pay 60 quid for a small frag on some of them. AAC, which is near me, they get some really cheap ones like 15, 20, but also you can pay 99 quid for a frag. You got Home Wreckers, and is it Home Wreckers? All those kind of ones. They're really, and the Walt Disney, which look really crap, I think, in my opinion, what I've seen, they sell for like 150, 200 quid. There we go. Yeah. They're absolutely nuts for what you get. And the thing is, though, they have to be under really deep blue, those kind of ones, to look really good. And personally, I'm not a love. Yeah, absolutely, to really pop. You see them online, they're not only really blue, they're saturated to whatever. It's just nuts. Yeah.
It's like going on to like what you see is what you get. You know those colours. Yeah. It's like you said that you see a Walt Disney under like saturated colours. Yeah, zoomed in like polyp extension with a 105mm macro lens on it. Yeah, and you're like, and then when you get it, you go, what the hell is that? You know, when it turns up for your post, you'd be like, and you just spent 250 quid on it on a 1-inch frag.
And the egg crate that's supposed to be white is bright yellow or something like that. You can just look at that and think that's definitely been saturated.
Is that the best one? Is that the Walt Disney's the one that everybody?
Walt Disney's, yeah.
Is that the high-end one? Is it?
Yeah. Well, it's one of them. It's one of them. Yeah. Because obviously it originated from America, didn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what though? It's like what's he called? That other guy who used to do him. What's his name? Jason Fox. You know the Jason Fox cuddle and all that. They're stupid prices. You get a Jason Fox barley green slimer. I mean, come on, it's a barley green slime. It's just got his name at the beginning of it. You know what I mean?
Let's make one based on that.
Well, you could have a Jay's Real Reef barley green slimer, and charge an extra 40 quid on top of it. You know what I mean? It's just stupid, the prices. It's because of the name. Because
you could do the Jay's Real Reef name and sell that.
That's coming on. It's coming on soon. Anybody who wants to know who's watching, you can have one. It comes with a tag because it wanders at night. Yeah. Oh my. This is the question here. When do you put your first SPS in?
Good call.
So on the tank I just set up, the first frags I put in with SPS, but I put in Setosa and what's it called, the purple stylo, because one, there are frags from the other tank, but also as I said the other day, they're kind of they're bulletproof, so they're really good tester. I'd probably leave 2 or 3 months personally. Yeah. But with those, I just threw them in because if they went, it didn't matter because I've got massive colonies. On them, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I mean, Dan makes a good point here. I think on any coral, you get it under both blue and get it under whites, and that way you can see a reflection of what's it like, and actually, is it just brown in disguise?
Yeah. I mean, like Dan says there. I mean, when you're buying a coral, you want to see it under its real colours. So exactly like under blues, what we're gonna have it at. You know what I mean? Not like under orange filters and yellow filters and God knows what else. You know what I mean? We want to see it what it's gonna be like in our tank.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's why people get disappointed because people got their tanks set up.
Yeah, like
Ross, everything's blue. Look at that.
Look at that. The O'Neill eyewear that's going on. What's that?
There we go. That makes a difference. Oh, look, there you go.
It's like being at the opticians without.
Oh yeah.
They're actually really good for looking at the corals, by the way.
Yeah, they're good, aren't
they? Yeah.
Put it over your phone and you've got your lens and all the issues that we're talking about. Well, and that you could just put. Some people do.
Believe it or not, see how I was saying that I was struggling with that. So earlier on, when I showed you the footage of the new corals, I just put the glasses over my phone and that's what worked. So that seems to be a bit better.
Yeah.
Do you have to sit there with your glasses on all the time? Just look at it.
Yeah. I can't see anything without them.
Yeah.
Neil's Reese put, I killed my first SPS within a few months. The ones I have now seem to be doing good. Yeah. You see, I put mine in 6 months. I put my first SPS 6 months into it.
Yeah.
What did you have before that, Steve?
Then I realised, I thought to myself, you know what, it should be stabilised enough, to keep. And then I did exactly like Paul did. I put a piece of stylo in it, and then a piece of is it Gutteris or Gutteris? You know that one?
Yeah, I know the one you mean. Yeah.
I put that in, and it just grew into like huge colonies now. Then too, you know what I mean? So
he's doing what you did last week, Jay. Just looking at the tank. What's wrong? Are you on Dino alert or?
No, I'll tell you what it is all my hermit crabs seem to be attracted to my new plugs that the zoas are on.
Brand new Zoa garden.
Honestly, the brand new Zoa garden is just covered in hermit crabs.
Yum.
It's been showing.
So, while we're on, does anybody want to buy a tank?
I told you to be careful, them Flymo snails are terrible.
I know. It's the chainsaw hermit that I'm worried about.
The chainsaw hermit.
There you go, Jay. Neil's had his tank running for 18 months.
That's nice.
So that's nice. It's nice and established, nice and steady, and ready to go on most things. Well, all things really, to be fair.
I was going to go maybe 7 or 8 months, I think, and stick a little stick in. I think. Give it a go.
Stick a little stick in.
Stick a little stick in.
So that the jargon on that,
Jay. That John Smith's is pretty strong, isn't it?
I'll put me stick in. Oh my God.
Put me stick in.
It's ready for my...
Hey, Jay, Reef Cube Dan's...
It's almost ready for me stick.
Reef Cube Dan's put a little stick.
Does he know you well?
Reef Cube Dan? Oh my God. I told him not to say anything. I'll put my little stick in at 7 months, I think.
Keep digging.
Funny game.
What time is it, Ross, on your lights there?
Hey, by the way, this laptop's probably the best laptop I've seen because I'm struggling to see the tank in the blue lights, but yet for some reason it looks white on here. I don't even have any white light on just now. There's no white whatsoever on that light.
Is it under whites there?
No, none at all. There's no white on it.
It looks all white.
Glasses on here with your camera.
Yeah, honestly, that tank as I look at it is completely dark blue. Yeah, in the light there, it looks white.
What do you think to them Orfec lenses then? They look good, didn't they? Before.
They do look good, mate. Yeah, I think
they've
made a good difference.
Where are they now?
Yeah. Show the guys we were talking about earlier on.
Oh yeah.
So Jay, that's the one that I've got.
Yeah, I've got that. I'm not impressed with that, to be honest.
No, it's a single lens.
Yeah.
Is it not any good?
Oh yeah.
I'm not overly infused. I think the picture comes out a bit distorted where the lens got a curve on it. I've found them on mine.
Yeah, but I've got the D&D, you know, the colours ones, the orange and the yellow filter. They're good. They're pretty decent. You know,
yeah, so I think yours is the first one, Steve, the Gen 1.
I think
mine the Gen 2.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So they managed to make them worse. Have they done that?
Don't know.
That's amazing, isn't it?
So, Jay, how many lenses do you get with your one?
We're going to work on these to make them work.
I know.
Oh dear. Yeah, I've got. I use the Orfec ones then. I think about. Are they £30? About £30. And you just stack them up.
Yeah, the first one's there.
Oh,
1 minute.
Go on.
I can only see myself.
The first Gen.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, get steel.
Done.
Yeah, so mine's just the Gen 2 one.
Those ones, seriously, they are really, really good. You know what I mean? I don't have an issue with it. I use them on my mobile phone, obviously, you know, like when I'm going up, like with me, because the mobile phones, no matter what camera you get, are absolutely rubbish, aren't they? They just don't filter out any of the blue. You know what I mean? They're just rubbish. Whether you get an iPhone 12 or whatever, it's just the lenses are just not good enough.
So Adam's just joined, guys.
Have you bought that new lens for yours yet? That SLR lens?
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, yeah. Got it. So we'll be taking some. You want to see the size of it, mate? It's not.
That's what she said.
We've gone from a little stick.
That's for sure, mate.
Don't come around here showing off now. I've only got a lens.
It's a big fat lens.
Dear. Anyway, guys, Adam's joined. Never know.
Hello, Adam.
Hello.
Hope he's got a beer as well. Otherwise, you'll never get through this. Yeah, so that's what I've got there. Look, Orfec.
Yeah, I must admit, Jay, in the photos that you sent, that made a massive difference.
Well, my phone is I use a Pixel 2. It's really old. It's about 4 years old, my phone. And it still takes a decent picture. So you get the orange lens there.
Yeah.
Crap at camera work here. So that's the one that you've got.
Yeah.
You've just got that one though, I think, haven't you? On yours.
Yeah, that's it.
Just the one. Yeah.
Yeah, just the one. Well, you put that one in.
Why did they do that? Is that the first generation that you got, Jay? Or something? Yeah.
No, Jay's got the Orfec.
That's the Orfec. He's got how many lenses is it, Jay? Jay, how many lenses?
This is 4 lenses. This is here. Look, I've got one on here as well. Look.
Are they all different colour, Jay?
Yeah. So that's orange.
Yeah.
Then that's wait up, I've gone the wrong way around here. That's yellow.
Yeah.
And you just stack them up like that. Look.
Oh right, yeah, I see, yeah.
And you've got a CPL lens, which I think is just for reflection, reduced reflection.
Ah, okay, that's good.
And then you've got your macro lens there, look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Aye, Captain.
That's when you're looking at your sticks.
Can you double them up as well, Jay?
So you've got a beautiful Duncan, Ross. You need to get it under some Orfec lenses. You get a really good picture then.
Yeah, that's next on the list, mate. Although I don't know if you've seen the Duncan that I've got yet.
No, we haven't seen it. Can you put it on screen?
If you're buying eBay Zoas, get one of these here. That's eBay Zoa lens.
Did you get rid of the eBay Zoas, Jay?
What's that?
Did you get rid of the eBay Zoas, or have you still got them?
One of them just didn't open up. It died. I assume it died. It just never. The Raptor Zoas. They don't
just die if they're still there in your tank, Jay. They melt.
Well, it would just kept going up and down all the time. Fat thing, growing up and down.
With his sticks.
I swear, Steve, honestly, for 2 weeks he went up and down, turned fat and thin. He didn't do anything. So it didn't actually come out. It didn't actually come out. So I got rid of that. But my rainbow ones that aren't even rainbow, they're just pink. They're still in.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, get yourself some lenses.
It's on the to-do list.
They're good.
So that's our product of the week, is it?
Right. Here we go. Best products under £50. That's a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a challenge.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think the DD controller.
Temperature controller one.
Yeah.
That's a curveball. I wasn't expecting that.
That is a good one.
Even the other day, with tank in the garage, because it was so cold, the temperature went down to 23 degrees, and I didn't realise. I heard the alarm, so I just whacked another heater in overnight for 2 or 3 days, and it probably, I don't know if it would have gone any lower, but just that on its own, then that for me is was a bit of a game changer.
Really good one. Has anybody not got a D&D controller here?
I've got 2 of them.
I've got one.
Yeah. Got one on the flag tank. One on the flag tank. You can't beat them, because
it's so good value. People say they're inaccurate, but I don't care. Even if it's out by half a degree, at least it's constant. So I don't mind. Because as long as it's kind of spot on, as in constant what it's on, then that's. And all you really want it to do is it doesn't overheat, because that's more of a risk than actually I'm going cold, isn't it? And then if it dies, your heater, you're spot on. So.
So what do you have them set at fluctuation wise?
No, about 0.3 degrees before it goes off, I think. Something like that.
That's what mine's is at 0.3 as well. And I think mine's alarm's at 0.7. I've got it set to.
Yeah.
You see, the good thing is if you're running like the fans, have you got the fans, Paul, with them?
I probably should get a fan.
I've got the 4 fan on the main display tank, and then I've got the two fan on thing, and it's the same thing with a deviation. So 0.3, if it goes above it, then the fan kicks in. So it's and it does cool it down pretty quick. You know what I mean? So
obviously I've not had my tank in the summertime, but do your tanks tend to rise a bit more in the summer, and you struggle to keep them cool? Or
they do rise definitely.
Yeah.
Not in Scotland.
I bet.
No, well,
you're right.
I say summer. We don't really get a summer.
In spring.
Yeah. When it gets to about 6 degrees, do you have to cool your tank down? What's that, Jay?
I said, have you got rid of the snow yet out there?
There's a small amount still in the street that hasn't melted yet, but pretty much everything's away. And it's rained for a couple of days as well, so that tells you how much there was.
Yeah, how cold it was,
Neil's Reef Aquarium has put the D&D skimmer guard. Yeah, that's another good call, really.
Oh, I'm going to throw it out there with my one under 50 quid is the D&D jump guard.
Yeah, yes.
Not on a big tank, that's over 50 quid.
Yeah, no, you won't get it on a 350 for 50 quid. That's for sure, mate.
Oh, well, we're all right. Ours is just small.
The D&D jump guard for a nano is a must. It's such a good lid, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yet, you know what? I've never had a jump guard on any of my tanks.
Oh no, don't say that, Steve.
You've never
You've got. I always have.
Never. Steve, remember what happened last time when you talked to me about my name moving? You
no.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, watch it. I'll come down tomorrow and I'll come down and all my fish will jumped out tomorrow.
Oh, the rats are terrible for jumping. They get really skittish.
Get the guard on.
Oh man, I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm gonna have to buy a £70 one now or an £80 one.
The rats jump.
There's Adam said, do you get double figures in your summer? Nah, not really. I do sometimes, but nah.
So Jay, to answer your question, rats are known for jumping.
Are they?
Yeah, they get really scared and they go.
Now. How have you not had a guard for 2 years? You've been so lucky there.
Yeah, never, mate. Never. I've never put one on. Never.
My Gobi would get out every other night and we didn't have one. I can hear it.
Is that because of the NEM? That's because of the NEM, though, isn't it?
I don't know if it's. I don't know what it is. It tries to get out every other night, really.
Neil's Reefer just put that I've jinxed it. So
yeah, I would say so.
You know what, Neil? You're probably right, mate. You know,
there's a video coming tomorrow with Steve in tears.
Yeah, the only livestock.
Stay tuned for this one because it's the premiere of the rats jumping out.
You'll be the only man in the country to have a flatworm only tank.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate it.
Nothing like support.
us fellow bearded people have to stick together, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Always, mate. We always stick together.
Flatworm breeder.
Oh no!
Listen, I've actually seen though, where some of the fish have actually jumped through. Well, actually jumped through like the tiny little gaps in the actual gag. Yeah, and
that's what Neil's saying that at the moment. Yeah, 3 jumpers through custom lid.
Yeah, they've actually jumped through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I look at them and I think, how the hell have they jumped through that? Yeah. You know, and landed on top. It's insane, mate.
Yeah, there was somebody's YouTube video I watched.
Jump for his lid,
somebody's video that I watched had a goby actually jumped through the mesh and was lying on top of it. Like not hard dead, obviously, but was lying on top of the mesh, and I don't know how it done it.
That's what I mean. To jump through a gap like a smaller gap, half the size of the body of it. He's
woke up to start jumping in a minute. Here, look, gets up at night to jump out. There, look, his head poking out.
Oh yeah.
Right, guys, I'm going to have to step away for about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to put the mic on stop on camera and let you guys crack on. So I'll see you in a little while.
No problem.
See you later, Paul. Yeah, he comes out for his nightly jump.
But his nightly what, Jay? Oh no.
The job is after the watershed, isn't it? Really?
I know.
What's going on here? What's he got?
Neil's put down that that was one of his vids. I'm presuming is that one of the jumpers? I'm taking.
It must have been Neil's vid that I seen then. Yeah, that must have been it.
He had what was it? A jawfish, and it jumped down. Apparently.
Oh yeah, that's probably what he's saying.
Hey, it'd be good if 200 quid fish jumped out, wouldn't you?
Oh, I tell you. Adam was saying there he was working from home and he couldn't see his goby for weeks. He went to work, opened the workbook, and there it was, crispy in his work bag. No chance. What's that? Let me read that again. I was working from
true story, that?
And I couldn't see my goby for weeks. He went to work, opened the workbook, and there it was, crispy as in my work bag. Also, he's jumped in his work bag.
Oh.
You know what?
Well, at least...
I bet his workmates thought it was on some sort of Japanese diet or something.
I was going to say, at least you know what you're getting for your lunch that day then.
Good, you're pulling that out.
Wow. That's crazy, isn't it?
That is nuts, yeah. Well, can't believe you've
got to admit, though, I remember... Pardon? No, I've never had that.
A guy for 2 years.
Very, very lucky, mate, or very stupid, one or the other. You know what I mean? But probably, yeah, both. And like you said, I've probably jinxed myself now. So
no,
I think
mate, it'll be all right. I've got every faith in it. It's because you've got a deep tank. Me and Ross have only got about a pint of water, so they like to get out.
They're desperate to get away from it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So when we're getting the video, Ross, of all your new Zoagar, well, say new Zoagar, aren't they? Snails eating it now by hermit.
Well, there literally is 3 hermit crabs on top of one of the zoas just now as we speak. So yeah, you might not. You might get a video saying, "Here's my new zoas," and then a video saying, "Where's my new zoas gone?"
God, one night.
Honestly, man, I seem to have no luck at all with this. Like,
what you say there, Ross, is absolutely right. This is about luck. This game. There's a lot of luck in it. No, I mean, you're unlucky to get flatworm, aren't you, and stuff like that. You're unlucky to get certain issues.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have a quarantine, you just it's roulette.
Well, that was the big kind of learning curve for me, was not having the quarantine when my clowns got sick, and then was like, what do I do here? So I had to get the quarantine set up, get everything medicine-wise. Like we said before, I've probably spent more money on medicine and quarantine tanks than I have on the actual clowns and livestock and everything, you know. I've been as well buying some fancy clown for it rather than putting it through everything that I've done. But hey, it's done now.
Clowns are like £10 each. How much is that quarantine for 3 weeks? It's like Booper, that was.
Honestly, well, all the medicine that I've got, I reckon there's probably 150 quid in that quarantine tank by the time you take the tank, heater, filter, and the medicine. My clowns cost 30 quid for the pair.
Yeah, well, you're right.
I'll tell you what, hey,
Hobbit, though, aren't you?
Yeah, you know what? Those clowns should be blessed that they went to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
because
we'll see if they act that way when they start biting me when I put my hand in the tank next time.
Oh dear. No, you've done well with them, Ross. You've done well.
Thanks, mate. Hopefully they'll last a long time anyway.
But you have freshwater as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I've got African cichlids that I keep. I've got 2 tanks downstairs with them. They're freshwater, so I've got
quarantine them sort of fish or not?
No, they're so easy to keep, mate. So easy. Yeah. And I mean, the worst thing that I've ever had with them was a bit of white spot, and I just done a treatment on the whole tank, and it was gone. It's fine. Never any issues with freshwater tanks. Touch wood, always seems to be fine. You know, they're the easiest things to deal with. Complete easiest things to deal with. Like I said before, I mean, I know the Scottish water's slightly better, but I use literally just straight out the tap into the tank. Don't treat it at all.
TDS, yours, that's it. It comes out the tap nearly.
TDS on my tap water's 30.
Wow, that's good. That is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's.
And you get free water, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, free water. We don't have to pay anything for our water at all. It's absolutely free. So I could fill a lorry load of water and no issue.
We're living in the wrong place, mate.
We are, yeah.
We pay over the odds for water, and our TDS is about 270.
Sorry, lads, but it's full up here. There's no space up here. I'm afraid it's full.
It's full.
Have you put that wall back up again?
It's there. I've had there was a guy building it recently. I don't know if you know him. His name's Donald. He's been building the wall for me. So,
if you marry someone Scottish, do you get access to it?
I don't know. It depends who it is, I suppose.
Yeah, I live quite close to a city, like yours, Steve. Mine's like 300 at the top.
Yeah.
That must be pretty dangerous for you just to
Yeah, well, I think when I tested, when I was running around. Yeah.
Oh, Jay, look.
What time is it? It's nearly midnight.
10:30.
10:30.
That's them out.
Who's watching this channel? Is anybody's lights still on their tanks?
What time did he come on, Ross?
2.
What?
2?
2 in the morning?
What time do they come on, Ross?
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
2 in the afternoon. Wow. No wonder your snails are going after your bloody zoas.
They think it's like middle of the day, don't they?
They come on at 2 o'clock and go off.
Any particular reason why they come on so late?
Because 9 times out of 10, I'm not in the house. So.
Oh right. So you want
to do it just so I can see it when I'm at home rather than it being in darkness. That's the reason.
Well, you can't put it to like a normal time now, otherwise they'll have jet lag.
That'd be game over for them.
The fish will have jet lag. Neil turns his on at 1 in the afternoon as well.
Yeah.
What's going? That's that, and it still goes on now. 11 o'clock.
I can understand. Like Ross says, yeah, you know, so you can enjoy it. And a lot of reefers do that. You know, they put them on later on. Yeah. So when they're home, when they're from work and stuff or whatever, you know what I mean. But that means that like sometimes I've seen reefs. One of them, he's on that AI, you know, the Aqua Illumination website. French guy, I've forgotten his name, but if you go on it, you'll see him, a French guy, and he puts his lights on at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, mate, and they go out, and then he turns them off, yeah, and then they start to go off at like 1, and I'm like 1 o'clock in the morning. What's all that about? Nobody's up.
The normal day, 9 o'clock till about 7:30, 8.
Mine come on at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, come on at 8, and then they go what they calling it? They're basically ramping down for about 6:30, 7:15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they go under like moonlight, you know, like moonlight. So it's like just basically like the
Like
outside
moon.
thing. Yeah, like the moon, yeah.
See, if I'm at work though, by the time you get home, you wouldn't really have much of a chance to see them then. So
I know,
that's
yeah,
the kind of reason for that.
Yeah. I am laughing at all this, but I'm just thinking that I won't have time to enjoy them. Really.
Yeah.
No.
Do you work from home, Jay, or do you work out?
I work out. No, I don't work out, mate. No. I need to in this lockdown. I've put nearly half a stone on. This is the thing with YouTube. You watch your videos back. If I watch my videos in September, I actually had bones in my face. And now I haven't. I think it's just lockdown. I'm working from home 4 days a week at the moment, and I work 1 day. I'm a teacher,
right?
So I have to go in school for the key workers 1 day a week.
Oh, you're a teacher, are you?
Yeah, unfortunately. No, I'm joking. I love it. Yeah, teachers.
What are you a secondary school teacher or?
School, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So yeah,
what do you do?
By the time I get home from work at 3:30, lights are going off. You see, so.
What do you do, Ross? What do you do?
I'm an engineer in the distilleries.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, the old brewery.
Distilleries for me, so yeah, it's good. Some plenty of free whiskey.
Like new drinks or like machinery?
I wish it was new drinks, mate. I wish it was.
I'll tell you what, there's some nice Jack Daniels one. Jack Daniels Fire, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They hate Jack Daniels, the Scottish, they hate it.
No, that's no whiskey. You need to get the good balls.
What do you work with? What's your distillery?
Every one of them, mate. We go to literally them all. So we kind of just offer like it's a service type company. So the distilleries phone us up when they need something fixed, and we go out and do it rather than them having their own guys that do it. Really, so yeah, it's quite good. It means you're at different places all the time, and you travel about to all different places. So yeah, it's good, mate.
Mate, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes their glass of whiskey. In fact, Steve, you were on the whiskey, weren't you, this time last week?
Jack Daniels, yes. Jack Daniels. It's not really classed as a whiskey, really. It's a bourbon. It's a bourbon, isn't it? It's a bourbon or bourbon.
That's not a whiskey.
Yeah, it's
bourbon whiskey.
A bourbon, isn't it? I think it is, yeah.
What about you, Steve? What is it you do?
What do I do? I'm a bus driver.
Oh, nice.
Bus driver, yeah.
He's a bus driver as well, that bloody Shallow Reefer guy.
Shallow Reef, you know, this is how much of a small world. This is how much of a small world it is, yeah. He worked for the same company as me, but then when we got bought over, he moved up to Oldham and went and working in Oldham, and I didn't even know him, yeah. And he was like, "God, we worked at the same place." I'm like, "I don't remember you." Yeah,
I was watching him on a live stream, and he said, "I'm off to work at 2 a.m." I'm like, "What work are you doing that time?" Yeah, he's a bus driver.
Small world, mate. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, the old bus driver business.
There must be a lot of reefers in bus driving. Loads. Oh, there's 2 at least.
Well, yeah. There's two, yeah.
Loads. There's 2 at least.
Well, I don't know that many reefers at the moment, but yeah.
You know what? We was talking about this on the old podcast with him when I did it on Sunday about about your reef, and it just does something, doesn't it? It mellows you down, doesn't it? It relaxes you. You know, I watch my tank, and then more than like my TV, I'll watch my tank. You know what I mean? And I'll see what's happening in it, and you know, I enjoy that more. You know what I mean? It just relaxes me after work. You know what I mean?
That's why loads of people have got, I think, taken up, haven't they, in lockdown, just because it's nice. It just it takes your mind off other things, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm looking at some of these things from what Neil's put. I think because Paul's gone off, we're not moving up, are we? You know, on the old screen. But
they're not coming up on the screen
from the phone.
I can't see any of these chats.
No, from the phone, he's put down. Where is it? He's heard about people who's had 20 clowns that they've lasted for 20 years. He runs his lights from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then he also says
that he's got his on, and he's obviously on he's on a good crack with his meter.
Yeah, and then he's got it wired to the lamppost.
He's got it on the lamppost.
I know that sort, mate. I tell you. And then it's also, and then it also says that he has his tank is in the lounge. Sorry, my tank is in the lounge, and my office is in the other room. So he doesn't really see his tank properly until he finishes at 5. So yeah. So Reef Community Worldwide's joined us, Paul. How's it going?
Oh yeah.
Reef Community Worldwide, Paul.
He's not done a live for ages, are you, Paul?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he should get back on it.
He used to do the old what was it, Tuesday testing. Oh, Reefing with always in as well in the house.
Oh my God.
Oh, hello.
He does. Doesn't he? Is he the same guy? Is he the American guy who does it with Paul?
Yeah. He's on the.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He does.
He knows his stuff as well. He does.
He is.
20-year-old clown. Who's got that, Neil?
No, he said he knows of people.
Is it a fish he's on about, or what?
Yeah, he's on the phone, yeah.
20-year-old, Jesus.
Reef Community Worldwide says we're on the phone together. Reefing would always saying he's been telling him to do more streams. Well,
yeah, definitely do more streams.
Yeah. Where's he? Is he Manchester as well? He's got a northern accent, hasn't he?
Yeah. Paul's from Manchester, yeah.
Is he a bus driver?
No.
You're looking for this third bus driver, Jay, aren't you?
Hey, there is a link. Reefing and bus drivers. That's it.
Loads of them.
Next time I go on the bus, I'm going to ask him.
Yeah, Woody. Where's Woody?
Yeah, Woody's always with him, isn't he?
Yeah, Woody. Oh, here he is. Woody's joined the house. How's it going, Woody? Oh, Paul's getting the crew in. We need some more.
Nice.
Mate. Appreciate it.
They must be like one of the originals of live streaming.
Yeah, this is.
When I started in September last year, they were the ones that were running the live stream, weren't they?
Yeah,
that's right.
Him and Aaron's Aquarium. He used to.
Yeah, Michael. Michael. Well, Michael used to do one on a Friday as well, didn't he? And then
with them stirrers.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's that stuff. I remember that. I grew up on that. That's like my bread and butter where I started.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, I started with it. That's my training ground.
Woody saying Woody's saying we are the OGs. He said OGs, Woody's, yeah. We're the new kids on the block then, aren't we?
I just found Instagram. And learning how to get my reef aquarium up and running.
Yeah.
We're still out here. The Goby wants me to clear off so he can jump out my tank. I'm telling you, he's all primed up.
We're proper. Paul's saying we're proper reefers.
Hey, I am. I've got a doser. That makes you a proper reefer. But then there's like, let's go with the levels, right? So you've got a tank we know some, then it must be under sump, isn't it then?
Yeah.
Like sump in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Then dosing, that kind of gives you a bit of a more manliness, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah. Gives you more hairs on your chin. Yeah. I think
and
so,
then your balls fully drop when you've got all this electric kit that's like.
So I must just be the apprentice for the boy that makes the tea for the reefer just now. Then.
Yeah, you haven't even started puberty, Ross. I'm not being funny.
Hey, hello. Come on.
Oh dear. So are we getting a video at the weekend then from you, Ross?
I suppose I could do one for you.
Yeah, chuck one out, mate.
I'll fling one up and see. I don't know if anybody will watch it, but I'm still paranoid about these snails.
We'll watch it, yeah.
I will get there.
There's only football on at the weekend, I think.
Jay,
what's that?
Woody's Reef is saying that you're very quiet. Woody's been missing for the past 2 hours, hasn't he?
Well, that's the first person who's ever described me as quiet.
Well, yeah.
I'll take that, Woody. Cheers, mate. I reckon I'm being fueled by this really expensive liquor.
Some premium quality there.
Oh, no messing here. Yorkshire Water's gone into that Tadcaster.
Speaking of that, how's your Yorkshire tea coming along? You got a sponsor yet?
No, they won't sponsor me. I don't reckon they've got the money, mate, to be honest.
They'll have the money. They'll have a Jay's Real Reef budget set aside just waiting for you.
I just want to blow sponsorship on the Holy Grail torch.
Oh, the Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail will come if Yorkshire Tea sponsor me.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love a Holy Grail. Love one.
Yeah. There's a Reef Community Worldwide said to get a proper beer, Jay. So in that case, there you go.
Shows your beers, lads. Shows your beers.
Come on, get the beers out.
Bud Light, that's an American.
I love it. Absolutely love it. There's nothing in it. It's literally water. But
what is it? What is it?
Bud Light.
Oh, Bud Light. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with Bud Light.
Yeah, it's all right if you're driving.
Yeah. It's either that or I could go to the shelf and crack out something for there, but then things get messy.
Steve, what are you on? Steve's normally on the fastest somewhere. Oh, Carlin. Tradition.
The old Carlin, mate. Yeah. Thought I'd change it up today. The old Carlin. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hey, Jay.
What?
My round, mate. It's my round.
It's my round. Go on. What's on? What's the selection?
I think he's gone for a WKD.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I've got you one, mate. I've got you one.
It's because they're at the end of the aisle, aren't they, at the moment, often? That's what it is.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
Always.
I got them for my dad. My dad drinks them, so when he comes in,
Neil's I don't on even the strongbow. I hope he's not making a video tomorrow. Neil's on the strongbow. He'll be leathered.
Oh, strongbows.
He'll be slurring his words on his next video.
CJ, I've got to stick to the Bud Light because we've got minimum pricing up here, so everything's expensive for drink. You've got to mind that.
What's light about it? Is it the alcohol content? Is that what's light about it?
I think so. There's nothing in it. It's literally... oh no, there's no calories, and it's only 3.5%, so it's literally water.
Paul's put in Jesus girly drink
tomorrow.
What's all that about?
What's he put?
Reef Community Jesus girly drink night. Girly drink night.
Girly drink night.
Hey, we're not on the baby shams yet. That's later on.
I'm gonna get the gin out in a bit. That's a proper game. Get the gin out.
Get the gin, yeah.
Right, so we were talking. What's he got here now?
What's that? Highland Park. What is
That's
it?
the one, boys. That's the one.
What is it?
Park. No
whiskey.
One's heard of it.
What is it? Whiskey.
What is it?
That's the one you want.
How old is that? Is it older than you?
No, not that one. That one's only a 12, I think that one is.
12 years.
Yeah, it's not an old one.
That's
Paul wants us to start talk reefing. Talk reefing.
We would, but unfortunately, it's only Steve that knows anything about reefing here, so me and Jay's a bit stuck.
Hey. I'm a beginner, mate.
After 4 months, it's not worth knowing, to be honest. I know how to get rid of diatoms. Just get some snails, conch snails. They do a great job. What else?
Can I borrow them, mate?
Yeah. What else? We were chatting about what was it? Things under 50 quid, weren't we?
Yeah.
An item under 50 quid.
Yeah, the best item you can get under 50 quid.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, best item you can get.
I'll tell you what's a good item, lads. I think it's on my latest video, though.
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Jay, I'll see you and I'll raise you.
Have you got one as well?
Oh, yeah.
I was an absolute nightmare getting my hands in the tank every 5 minutes. I was in there moving a coral or moving a snail or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, $4.99. Yeah. What a bargain.
Yours is different to mine. What one's that, Jay?
What's that?
What ones you've got? Yours different to mine.
Yours are branded. You got too much breath. Mask. Oh my God. How much were they?
I think they were about 14 quid or something. 15 quid. To be fair, they're really good. They grip really well. I don't know why I'm trying to rate a grabber here. That's a bit pathetic, but I never mind.
Anyway.
We've Community Worldwide put, has any of you got bounce mushrooms?
Ooh.
Oh.
Bounce mushrooms. I'm getting one in a couple of weeks, so I've got it on order. Mine's on order, mate. Mine's getting picked up. So, Paul, I am getting one in a week, Friday. Yes, I'm picking it up. So, yeah.
My tank's a bit young for anything that pricey at the moment.
Yeah.
And my tank's just basically water.
You're nearly at 300 subs, and you've got your rocking snails at the moment, mate. You're smashing it.
Yeah, that's almost 300 subs with a tank with water in it, some clowns that are a bit special, and yeah, some crabs. That's really it, mate.
It's fair play, mate. You should be in marketing, not bloody. You should be in sales for whiskey, not on repairing it.
Nah, it's better being in the repair side because you can accidentally have a wee split in a cask and then be like, oh, I'll just sort that out for you there. That's it done.
Is it like drip trays and stuff that you can just catch it in?
No comment.
Neil's Reef has put down that Prestige had some. Did he have some of those green ones? What were those green ones called? The
uranium.
What are they called? The uranium ones. Yeah, I did see them actually. They look stunning, don't they? But you know when you tank, you seem to have a lot of green, don't you? There's a lot of green.
That's what put me off. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I've got loads of green.
Yeah, and Paul's just put that he's got 4. He's just got 4. So
4 bounce mushrooms.
Well, I tell you what, your job must pay well then if you can afford 4 mushrooms, isn't it?
He's not. What's he do then? He must be.
He's a drug dealer.
Professional coral thief.
Professional coral thief.
He's a coral keeper, coral farmer or something. What is it?
Accra Power. What's Woody's Reef said? Accra Power, £30 for 1 litre.
Oh, best things under 50 quid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it is.
So
yeah,
what's Accra Power then?
Is it a Powerhead? I assume it's a Powerhead.
1 minute, wait there.
Have you got one?
Steve's got one.
He's got everything apart from a jump guard.
I so much hope that he doesn't get anything jumping out tonight.
There we go.
What is it?
So what is it, mate?
It's amino acids. It's amino acids.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So basically, you just yeah, it is good, really good stuff. That truthful, yeah, it is. I dose like 15 mil in mine every day of it. It's supposedly brings your coral on. It does seem to like the color of them and stuff and the growth. I have seen growth. Yeah. Not tons, but it does a bit.
That sounds like a good shout. I might have a little look at that.
Yeah.
Is it the same as AB?
This one.
Is it the same sort of stuff?
I got the 500 mil one, and what was that? What was the price of that one? 500 mil. Yeah, it's about 16 quid, I think, for the 500 mil. So yeah, Woody's probably got it right. 30 quid for a litre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How long does that last you, Steve?
Well, like I said, I only dose 15 mil, so a day.
All right, yeah.
So 50.
How's he got mushrooms for free?
Jeez. Who? Where's he got them?
Oh yeah, got them free.
Hey, I think you're right, Ross. He is. He's a mushroom robber.
He's a professional mushroom thief.
He's a mushroom robber by the looks of it. What's he doing?
Is he talking about magic mushrooms or something, or what?
I don't know.
Don't know, but I think we need to find out how he's getting them for free.
Are they bounce mushrooms though? Because I've got like recorded ones and I've got redactors, but I haven't got a bounce one. Have you seen that one on Prestige Reef, the 800 quid one? Have you seen that?
He did say bounce mushrooms before though, didn't he? So
yeah, I'm just looking there. He says he's got 4 bounce mushrooms.
It must be bounce mushrooms, yeah, because he said, has any of you got any? So he must be. Friends in high places.
I ain't got room for 4. I am gonna get one, and it's gonna be special. It'll be nice, but I'll have to wait a little bit yet. That's on my wish list. The bounce mushroom, the jawfish. I want Neil's jawfish. I want Reef Community's bounce mushroom, and I want a Holy Grail. They're all on my wish list.
Yeah.
So who are you going to steal the Holy Grail off, Jay?
I don't know. I don't know anybody who's got one. There must be someone on an Arriva somewhere that's got one.
I don't know any.
Somewhere up the country.
Yeah.
Put some bus drivers and see if they've got one.
Shallow Marine's got one.
No, he has not.
Yeah, he has. I think. I'm sure it was a Holy Grail. What is it then? I'm sure it's got a hole in it.
I like those little shallow marine tanks. They look really good, but can you have fish in them? Because they're not very deep, are they?
Of course you can, yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. It's a 50 litre. It's the same as my frag tank. I've got a 50 litre shallow marine frag tank in it.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 clowns on a yellow blender. So, yeah, of course you can.
I think they look really nice. I think they look nice, those shallow reefs.
Yeah, of course.
They do.
It's like anything, of course, anything you can have with fishing, Kyle. Providing you've got the bio load to take for it and stuff, you know what I mean, and you've got good filtration.
Yeah.
Of course you can have fish. Yeah, absolutely. He's got an OG coming soon. Well, he must have.
That's what I want. That's the one.
Yeah, he's also saying that he's got photos on his Instagram, Jay. There you go. There, you can finally use your Instagram for something good.
Oh, Instagram. That is bloody non-stop, that, isn't it?
Well, you know what? All I can say is envy, mate, because that's it. So I've got an OG mushroom in it as well as 4 others. Flipping heck, I can only afford 1. You know what I mean? Just about.
I must admit, I've just went and looked at the Reef Community Worldwide Instagram page, and it's special.
Is it on there?
That is nice.
Am I following him? I don't know if I am. I've only been on there a week. It's doing me head in.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice corals there.
Let's have a look.
Let me have a look. I'm just having a look now.
Where are you getting yours from, Steve?
From one of the guys on here. Brett's Reef.
The bus driver?
No. Some guy up in what's he called? Up in the hills, Brett's Reef.
I'm not following Paul. I will do now. I'm on it. I'm on. Wait, is it that second picture there? That's the orange one. That's it, isn't it? That looks nice.
Let's see. Oh, I'm just typing it in.
The thing is, as well, though, they're quite easy to keep, aren't they? Apparently, they just you just stick them on the sandbed, don't you?
Yeah, mushrooms are mushrooms are so forgiving of anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can have dirty water, bright light, low light, clean water. They adapt, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. I was showing you what a lid looks like as well. Picture 1.
What's that?
On Paul's Instagram, it's showing you what a lid looks like on picture 1. That's what you need.
Oh yeah. I've seen these all these mushrooms. Yeah.
It's that second one along, I think, isn't it? That's nice, isn't it? That.
Yeah.
The green. I prefer the top. I prefer the orange one.
Oh dear.
Than the green one. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good, doesn't it? That. Where's Paul? Has he actually cleared off now? Looks like he's gone.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's got a nice tank though. I'll give him that, definitely. That's for sure. It's got tons of different colours, nice colours, or a mixture.
Oh yeah, Paul's messaged here saying, sorry guys, need to go and pick up my son, so probably won't be back on.
Oh, right, yeah.
Thing is though, has he got a sticker?
Well, that is it.
Because I haven't got a sticker. You can't be on Instagram without a sticker, so I'm feeling the pressure. Show us your stickers, lads.
There you go. Get your stickers out for the boys.
I haven't got one.
Yeah. Would he put down that he loves a shallow tank? That's all he's had for the last 10 years, would he?
They do look really nice. I like peninsulas and I like those shallow reef tanks. They look
you know what? You know what I'll give Paul saying there that he has 4 bounces, but he's giving 2 to Woody because he's his best mate. Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, I'll be a mate if you give me one. I have no loyalties, mate. I can easily be swayed by a bounce mushroom. an OG mushroom, wow. I know there's a friendly community around this hobby.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Sort you out.
He's saying, Neil's Reef saying, check out Coral Fish Zoa on Insta.
That is a nice tank, by the way. I really like his tank. Aye, really nice. Yeah.
Coral Fish Zoa.
It's actually, that's probably up there with one of my favourites, I think.
What is this?
Yeah.
Who to follow on Instagram?
Yeah.
I'm only new to Instagram, so give me your top 5 Instagram people to follow.
Oh, that's a tricky one.
I'm already on Paul's, so that's one. So who else we got? Who was that one you said there?
So Coralfish Zoa. I really,
Zoa.
really like that tank for some reason. I don't know why, but there's just it's simple. It's quite clean. And
is it Dave?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, 41,000 followers. Wow. Oh my God! How's he get them pictures like that?
Don't know, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Minimalistic. It's minimalistic, innit? It's just like there's nothing. I don't know.
Is that real? Jesus, don't even look real. Where's the fish crap?
I don't.
So there's another one for you.
The cleanest sand I've ever seen in my life.
Where's the Heidi's diatoms?
In my tank.
He must have a refugium, like, I don't know, bloody Tesco or something.
The other one that I've been looking at recently, now don't get me wrong, his pictures are highly, highly saturated and highly changed, but if you go on a tank called Reef Oz, it's Reef AUS.
Yeah.
That tank is incredible.
I tell you, I do. You know what though? I do like that Ian Cosgrove's. You know his Zoa tank.
Yeah, his is really nice.
You know what? That is just like a work of art. Ian Cosgrove.
Who's that?
Ian Cosgrove. Check his tank. It's just basically it's predominantly like Zoa's, but the time and effort into that is like incredible. Ian Cosgrove. It's just a predominantly Zoa tank. Do you know what I mean? But it has. I mean, it has got over LPS and.
Zoas used to be really expensive at one point, didn't they? Apparently.
Yeah, but
they were like, were they the corals to have?
Yeah, he has like mushrooms and he has like scollies as well on the floor and blastomosas and acans and stuff. But the majority of it is all about like it's Zoa. It's like a Zoa.
Cheers, Ross.
The tank crammed full, but it looks really good.
Let's have a look.
Ian's Reef it is.
Oh my God, it is just Zoas, isn't it? That.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks incredible. But he takes his photos with an underwater camera, the Olympus TG6.
Does it?
Yeah.
Look
really
at
nice.
The colour though, that's just insane. The colours on there.
Exactly. Look at the different amount of Zoas that is on it. Look at them all, and they're all mixed in together. Do you know what I mean? They're not like they're sporadic. They're all over the show.
Yeah. There's Neil's Reef Aquarium's commented again saying Kimmy's Reef's quite a good one. Have a look at.
Kimmy's Reef.
Yeah.
Kimmy's Reef.
There is some amazing photographers on here.
Yeah.
That'll be you, Steve, because you've got your new camera, haven't you?
Mate, absolutely. You know what? It's
have you switched it on yet?
What, my camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've switched on, mate. You know what it is? You know what it is with this photography business, yeah. It's all about like especially with the lighting. You know, with the lights, what we have on our tanks, it's getting that light. You know, the Kelvin's right on it because you'll think you've got it perfect, so you'll take a photo and then it'll come out all like whitewashed, and you're like, oh God. So it's just getting that balance. So I've took about 2,000 photos, yeah, and I'm still not happy yet. So I'm just gonna keep trying until I get them. You know what I mean? Once I get them, then I'll post them. But
I'll tell you something. That Kimmy's Reef, if you have a look at that page, they know how to take a photo. They are incredible pictures.
Yeah. Real that clown is it that clownfish? The picture of that clownfish are insane.
I'd love to know what camera that is.
Some nice ones, isn't it? Sweden. From Sweden. Yeah. Yeah.
What camera is that? That's no 5-year-old Android that I use. I think if you want to get in that Instagram game, you have to have a decent camera, don't you?
Yeah.
There's that was good. Thanks for all the recommendations. They're good there.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you said, you know what? There's loads of different quality tanks out there now, isn't there? People.
Yeah.
It's like we said before in the chat. Yeah, it's not one of these hobbies where you can go in, 50%. You've got to go all in with it.
Yeah.
You can't say, well, you know what? I'll buy this and then I'll buy the data one tomorrow. You might as well just wait and then buy. Save up extra money and buy what you want, because you can't. You've got to go all in with a hobby. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. Paul said that he had a crash 12 months ago. I remember when he had the crash. Actually, I do remember him having that crash. Reefing is easy when you know how, but the crashes are absolutely heartbreaking. Well, can't quote.
What would trigger a crash? Is that?
Well, anything could cause a crash, guy. In your tank. Like in an enemy, say for instance, and an enemy can get.
I'll bring it back to an.
I'll tell you what. Like your dose off, say for instance, getting stuck on. You've got and then dosing loads of alkalinity in your tank or calcium. You know what I mean? Things like that can happen. It's just it's out of our hands when things like that happen.
Do you have a power backup on yours, Steve?
What? Sorry.
Like a power backup?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. And I should have really. You know what I mean? But
it's when you see all the tanks just now from like Texas and that are just destroyed, and I feel so gutted for them, to be honest. They're just absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah, some of them, like I said.
I mean, I'm getting to that stage now where I would be absolutely good if mine went now.
Adam's cheering you up, Jay. He said, when the enemy attaches to the J-bow, then starts a crash.
The J-bow massacre it is. I turn it off every night now because I'm just petrified of it. I'm not. Someone told me to put my missus' tights over it. I thought that was a wind-up, so I didn't bother. So I switch out. Anyway, they're supposed to like lower flow at night, aren't they? You're supposed to bring your flow down a bit.
Yeah, would his reefers put down, which I never knew anyway, air fresheners can cause a crash.
So I seen this the other day, and it was somebody was talking about Zoflora cleaning products. They were saying their missus had sprayed the Zoflora and it had wiped out their tank. And I thought, whoa, and I've heard other people saying about candles in the room. If you've got candles on, like scented candles, it can cause.
My missus puts about 17 candles on in our living room.
Jesus.
And it's fine.
I've never had I've never heard about air fresheners. Never heard about that.
I think it's more the aerosol ones that you spray in the room. I think that's the big problem.
Yeah. Neil's Reef has put, if my power goes, I plan to curl up in a ball and cry. I think I'll join you, mate. Definitely. We'd all join you, wouldn't they? That would be my worst nightmare. That end of story.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen a lot.
Let me ask this question out to the people as well. Yeah, and to you guys, if your tank completely crash now, what would you do? Would you continue in the hobby, or would you sell it up and leave the hobby?
So I'd continue.
Think about this, because it's easy to. I know what people would say, but I know what I would probably do, and I'd take the week. I would quit, because I don't think I could start it again. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's probably different for you though, Steve, because the time you've got invested in it. Whereas myself, I'm only a couple of months into it. Jay's maybe 6 months in. So it's one of them that you look at it and go, well, you've invested years into your tank, whereas for us to restart again, you're only maybe talking months.
Steve, you're basically talking just cycling it again, to be honest.
Yeah, that's all we're doing.
That's all we're doing. I don't actually know how we've managed to get on here on this reef chat. We're just started out, aren't we? We've come on here to learn, haven't we, Ross?
Yeah, I know.
Paul's put that he's had
I can't see any of these messages. What's going on here?
Paul's put down that he's had a 7-hour power cut in 10 years. Yeah, that's what. Where we live in Manchester, we don't really tend to get power cuts, to be truthful. I can't even remember one power cut where I live. So
See, we get power cuts quite a lot up here.
But I'm not going to jinx myself now. I shouldn't really say that because I'm going to jinx myself with a net, yeah? I'm going to jinx myself with these flatworms, and I'm going to jinx myself with a power outage. So all three of them will probably come in 1 week. You know what I mean? So I don't really want to jinx myself. Where's the other ones?
What would you get? Oh, I think I need to get some fans because it's getting towards March. It gets hot in a March, April time, doesn't it? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Does it?
To get some of them. It does. Lockdown 1, mate. It was red hot in England, and that was like April, I suppose. April, May.
Funny you should say that actually, because there was a day up here there was a slight warm breeze. I remember.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna buy some D&D fans. That's my next.
Yeah.
Before I get the battery back up. That's gonna work.
Yeah, Paul put down that he went out and bought everything new. Thousands it costs. Well, yeah, absolutely.
That's what it says, doesn't it?
But like on the other hand, he said that he's got good mates who restocked his tank with 40 frags, and that's the thing, you know, with this hobby, yeah. We're all here to help each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what? You do get good guys who say, you know what? Yeah, there's 2 flags here and 3 flags there. So, you know, it's like a good little community. What we have, you know, what we have going, and it's nice that because there's not other hobbies that really people stick together. You know, doing that for you. You know what I mean?
I mean, I say I'm pretty new to the hobby, and I've never felt so welcome in a new hobby ever. Like everybody just wants to support you, help you, give you advice, and it's just full of really nice, down to earth, genuine people.
Exactly. Yeah.
I found that out, especially the hassle that I had with those clowns and the amount of people that reached out to me, offering to post me up products to help out, offering to, you know, phone calls, everything that I had with people that didn't know me but just wanted to help out, and you wouldn't get that in any other hobbies, I don't think.
No, I don't think you will. No.
The only thing is, like, loads of people in Britain know my address now. My missus is like, why do you keep giving the address out? I'm like, oh, they want to send me stickers. She's like, everybody in the country's going to know where we live. I'm like, yeah, they're always sending me stickers. Don't worry about it.
That's a good point.
We need to make a rethink sticker book. You know, like so you can actually put them in. Collect them in.
Adam's put down that his 5-foot tank has died. LFS is looking after his corals while he gets a new tank cycling. So he's going through it. Wow.
How's that happened, Adam?
Yeah, let us know how it's happened.
You'd be devastated with that.
Thing is, that's good though. If you've got an LFS, it'll just look after your livestock. Yeah.
There is you know what? Believe it or not, I mean, there's a few LFSs that I know that would do that. Obviously, they charge you, you know, for looking after your stock. But rather than selling it, if you were setting it all up again, rather than selling all your corals and stuff, you could say, look, we look after these, and you know, obviously you'll pay them a weekly fee, whatever it will be, £30, £40, whatever. But at least you know that you're going to get your tank up and running again. You know what I mean? It's
I might ring mine up and ask her if you look after me then for the weekend.
They might charge you, Jay. £15.
It's all right. He'll only do 6 laps of the tank and take out your LPS. You'll be all right. Don't worry about it.
Would he put down at 15 years in a hobby and he's never had a power cut? But to be fair, I'm in central London and it's very rare. And then Paul's put, but you live in a multi-million-pound penthouse. You're not going to get a
I reckon if you live near a city, you can risk it a bit more, can't you? Really?
Yeah.
Whereas if you're out in the sticks, then
Yeah. I think you're right. I think if you live in the sticks, you need a generator or something, you know, to just as a backup or something. Always Adam's put down that his tank cracked. Wow, that'll be my worst nightmare. That would be your worst nightmare.
Second-hand. See, this is the thing, second-hand tank. Would you buy a second-hand tank?
Exactly.
I mean, there's some good deals in there, but I don't know.
I mean, that tank that Paul got, the Fish Palace one, his tank.
Yes, he is really
brilliant.
Good,
yeah. I don't think I would have the guts, though.
Yeah. Like you said, I don't second-hand tanks. Yeah, it's a tricky one unless you see them, because somebody posted, would you would you buy a second-hand tank with a chip in it, as in a tiny little chip? Yeah. And some people say, yeah, there's not a problem with it. You know what I mean? Then some others say, if it's in the corner, you wouldn't. Yeah. But if it's in like the centre, then you would. I'm saying if it's chipped, I'm not buying that at all. You know what I mean?
You're putting like thousands of pounds of livestock in it. You wouldn't risk it, would you?
Yeah, I wouldn't risk that personally.
When you're putting hundreds of litres of water in it, you're running the risk of it's break.
I'll tell you what, I don't answer this. Is your home insurance covered by your reef tank?
No.
No.
Well, I'll tell you. So see how I've kept the
insurance policy.
Well, you don't need. Well, here's what happened to me. So I've kept freshwater tanks for years and years. That is true. I'll give you that one. Again, maybe better. But
free insurance for yours.
No, but I kept the freshwater tanks for years, and I came back from offshore at the time, back home, and my tank had burst, cracked right down the full length of it. Freshwater tank. It was only a 150-litre tank, but it had burst when I was away. Didn't know about it, and it had flooded my living room. So I came home a week later to obviously open the front door, smelt the damp smell. So phoned the insurance company. The insurance company came out straight away, ripped up all the carpets, the flooring, the skirting boards, everything away, the actual floorboards lifted and everything, paid for all that to get replaced and paid for a replacement tank as well. So that was...
So they do. So is that just part of your normal home insurance, was it? Yeah.
That was part of my normal home insurance. Now, again, it wasn't a marine tank, so literally you're lucky if there was 50 quid's worth of livestock in it, but they did replace the tank, so yeah.
Wow. I think I've got to declare mine on my insurance. Yeah.
You have to declare it.
I mean, if you think about it, 350 litres of water going on the floor. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like it's a goldfish bowl, is it? You know what I mean?
Hey, you're not going to have 17 candles on after that.
That's right. Oh, yeah. I don't think they're just going to do it on the $19.99 a month that it's costing. That's for sure, mate.
No.
pull up all the floorboards, joists, and everything. Yeah, that's not going to happen, mate. No. So I think I'd have to
picking up all them flatworms as well. That's all right, Paulie.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. That'll piss me off the most. No.
Oh, dear.
Adam was saying there that
the contents isn't covered now. People are saying it's not.
Contents are not covered. No. Yeah. He had it 14 months. He had this tank, no issues. Then all of a sudden it cracked.
Yeah, but Adam's is insured. Look, Adam asked my insurance. They said the tank is fine and it's covered. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, mine's was covered. So
interesting.
Neil's put if my tank crashes. Never mind tank insurance. I'll need life insurance. Oh yeah. You know what? And she'll bury him in the garden as well.
Brilliant.
Well, Paul's saying that you don't have to declare the tank; it's classed as furniture. What? So even if so, Paul, does that mean that if it burst all over and your joists and your floorboards have to be replaced because of salt water, does that mean that they'll come out and do it? I take it. I don't know, mate.
I've not even looked into it, but I reckon.
I need to look. I need to look into it because as much as we don't want our tanks to crack. Yeah, he's put. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, well, like I said with mine, when it was fresh water, but they replaced my floorboards and everything. They replaced the skirting boards. They replaced everything that the water had touched. They just ripped it all out and replaced it with brand new. So, yeah. I mean, mine was covered with a freshwater tank.
Right. Well, Adam's put down that he hasn't gone through his insurance, because his excess was more than what he paid for the tank anyway. So he got a smaller tank. So, so you'd have to pay your excess, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you do, yeah.
What you've got. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you've got one OG mushroom in there, that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that's the one thing.
400 quid or something, isn't it?
I don't think they cover the contents though, Jay. I think it's just the tank and the stand and the equipment. I don't think they covered any livestock or anything.
Can you get fish insurance? Can you get marine
fish insurance?
Don't know.
I bet you can. You can insure anything.
Hey, Jay. So it's a business. It's a business. It's a business to look into, mate.
Mate, well, I've come up with 2 business ideas today: marine tank insurance for the content.
Yeah.
Brag plugs that you can take off without having to use a bloody chainsaw.
Yeah, you're right.
Just ones that clip up like little clips. You just like a peg. Like a peg. There you go.
Paul was saying he's looked into it, and he said that when his Red Sea tank nearly burst, so he made sure, so he made to check out that it was definitely legit that he could claim. So I take it. So we know.
Phone call.
Hey,
it's worth a phone call to find out.
Yeah. Neil's put down, so we know what we've got to do when we want to upgrade. Then he's put a picture of a hammer. No, I'll just beg the missus. I'm not going to take the hammer to me. I'll just have to beg the missus. Nice. Yeah.
I want some of those. I like one of those plating corals that you've got. They look really good.
Monty Porters.
Yeah. Them ones.
He's starting to colour up now. Thank God. It must have been stressed, when I broke a piece off or something.
Yeah.
But when I dipped it and then I broke the browning part's starting to come back green now. So it must have been stressed out. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's Woody's put Red Sea tanks are shit. Woody, I got a Red Sea tank. What you know what I mean? Not wrong with my Red Sea tank.
Woody's gonna love that shot there. Look.
No. With the Red Sea tanks, though, they did have an issue with was it the 425 ones, was it, or the 500s?
It was the Peninsula one, was it not?
It was the sealant, the sealant on them. Yeah, they were crap. They were blowing out, weren't they? Oh, yeah. Oh, might have been the bigger one, the 700s.
Sorry,
no, you're all right, mate. But I've got my 350. I've had my 350 for 2 years, and touch wood. I'm not going to jinx myself again. You know what I mean? It seems all right to me. You know what I mean? And I had a 170 before that, and that was okay. But I do the larger ones were blowing out, weren't they? The larger ones, was it that? I don't know if it was the 425s or the 525 or something. They used to blow out, didn't they? So
I love my tank. It runs really well. I love the Red Sea, but I quite like water box as well. They look.
I like the water. Have you seen that? Have you seen that new water box which was on YouTube yesterday?
Yeah,
the new Peninsula.
Yeah, because they're doing I think it's a 3 feet and a 4 foot Peninsula now compared to before it was the 5 and the 6. So
yeah, a 4 foot one.
But they're also doing the smaller version, so you get the ones that I've got, the 15 and the 25, but they're also doing 2 bigger ones. I think it's a 50 and a 60 something.
Yeah.
One tank, so I think there's 4 altogether.
Yeah, no, they do look quality. They do definitely.
They look really well made, don't they? And they just I like how the return nozzles are either side at the. They kind of got 2 return nozzles either side. It looks really good. I like them water boxes. They look good.
Mm-hmm.
Neil's Reef put down his Monty lost colour when he dipped it, and then added cut, and now he's got the colour back. The colour's back. Adams thought the problem they had. Oh, he's talking about was the Red Sea heads. He's thought the problem. Yeah, the sealant. It was the sealant. Well, yeah, they changed the sealant from the existing one that they were using, which didn't need to be changed, and they put it onto the larger tanks. And they were all blowing out, all the larger tanks. They were all blowing out. The front panel was blowing out. So it was something to do with the sealant. Now I think they've reverted back to the old sealant. Which they should. Which is the saying is, don't change something that doesn't need to be changed. You know what I mean?
Like the D&D lens.
Yeah.
The D&D lens, they made it worse. What's going on?
Reefing with Allsput, who's talking crap about Red Sea.
I know, reefing with.
Oh, hey, what he is, mate?
I'm with you. Red Sea, a good quality tank. Nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, Paul was saying there though, and I've heard this quite a few times, is that he loved it. He loved the Red Sea, but then it burst, and the customer service is crap. I've heard that a lot. actually. Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Don't they like shut it down though? If you're off on social media and if you start saying something negative, they like shut it down, don't they?
Yeah. I have heard that before, to be truthful. You know, about Red Sea.
What about? I thought Reefing with her is American, isn't it? I thought it'd be all that water box. That's an American brand, isn't it?
It's an American brand, yeah.
Yeah, they look nice. They do look nice tanks. I like them. Especially that like that Marine X that came out earlier, last week was it or something?
Yeah. I can't complain about the build quality of them. They seem really, really good to be fair. So yeah.
Reefing with O's put, Paul did it himself. He was ramming the silicone with his algae cleaner. Well, that won't do it too good, will it? That's for sure. But you see, that's the problem, with the scraper.
You can't go to your scrapers. Can you?
Some of them can, Some of them can, yeah. And that's why you shouldn't go so close to the ceiling. You should just stay a few millimeters away from it. You know what I mean? Just in case.
Well, what about that annoying bit of green that you get down the edge?
Yeah.
Can't live with that though, can you?
Well, you know what I did use with that was the Brill, the sponge pads. Let me get one.
A Brillo.
A Brillo pad, yeah.
Is he going to show us a Brillo pad?
I think so.
Mate, I'm nearly 40 years old. I know what a Brillo pad looks
like. Trust me, one of them, mate. Get one of them. Hey, you know what? You know the best £50 that you can spend.
What is that in there?
That's it, mate.
What? On the edge of the end of the
where the green hair algae is, along the silicone. You have one of them, stick it down there, mate.
But you can't put your hand in the tank, Steve.
Yeah, who can't? Stop.
You put your hand in the tank.
Oh no!
Even cleaning down the silicone.
Experienced reefer. You're the voice of experience. You should be telling us not to do that. I'll tell you what.
Hold on a minute.
Here you go. Look.
Is that for Man Summers?
It's on a stick.
That's just a Brill pad. That's the Brill pad on a stick. That's all
I know.
It's the same.
Difference is it's about 25 quid.
That was actually really cheap. I think it was like £4 or something.
Hey, five p, mate. 5p. Come on.
And you just put your hand down and just
you don't need to you just basically obviously make it soft, but you just once down, but up, and it's done, mate. You know what I mean? It's done.
So he knows what he's talking about. The pad on a stick, yeah. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
What is it now? Is an algae scraper you've got there, Ross? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's mate. It's just literally it's just a Brillo pad on a stick. Yeah.
Woody's put he always goes custom. Yeah, And I'm not being funny now, like the price of tanks now, you can get,
custom.
Wow. You could get a good custom tank for the same price, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe cheaper, actually. I know that what's he called? ND Aquatics. He goes, don't he? What's he called? Reef King, don't he?
Yeah.
He goes for ND Aquatics. He swears by him, and they do look good quality tanks down there. To be truthful.
Custom build. You'd think they'd be really expensive compared to just off the shelf, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But I suppose if
Reefing with O's put, he likes the water box. They are more available, ship faster, and have more options. Better customer service than Red Sea. Has a better cabinet and hinges. If I had to choose one, I'd go for the water box. Yeah.
I think they're here to take over next. I think they'll be the big brand.
I think so. Yeah.
They've got good marketing around them as well.
Yeah. They seem to have cracked the American market anyway. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, they've only recently arrived in the UK in the last few months.
Yeah.
They didn't have a UK supply, did they?
They've not been here long, have they?
No.
They've not been here long. No.
I think I've been in the hobby longer than they've been here. Yeah, honestly. I started September, so yeah.
I think they're Florida based, are they not?
I think, yeah. I think they are, yeah.
I think it is.
The pad that made me laugh.
Pad on a stick.
Pad on a stick.
Neil's put his hands in the tank more than it isn't.
That's what like. As soon as you see something cracking off, it's just instant to get your hand in there, isn't it? And just try and sort it out. And I reckon it's one of the issues. Putting your hand in. I don't think it does your water chemistry any good.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to keep your hands out. I've managed to do it for a week. I've not had my hands in for a week.
Yeah.
So, and I
sometimes you just can't help it. You know what I mean? It's like, and if you get one of those bloody urchins, that walk around and pick up everything off your freaking sand, mate, they pick anything up. You know, when I first got my little clam, I was like, "Where's my clam gone?" And I thought something's in it, and I couldn't believe it, mate, and the clam was stuck to the back of it. I was like, "Oh man, what the heck?" You know what I mean?
This is the thing, like, so people you get help on these chats and stuff, and loads of people have told me to get a tuxedo urchin for like algae, which I believe is really good. Yeah. But then when you see the pictures of it, I'm like, are people trying to stitch me up here or what? So every time I see a picture of one, it looks like it just goes around collecting coral frags.
It collects
itself.
If your frags are not stuck down, I will tell you they will pick it up. It will pick it up. I don't know how it does it, but they pick anything up.
None of mine are fastened down because I'm in them at the moment. I haven't fastened any of them down.
Reefer would always put down they're in Orlando, Florida. Waterbox based in Orlando, Florida. Oh yeah, I've seen those. Neil Reese put down. You know, I don't know who's doing it, but one of them on a company on Instagram have put in these, these sea urchins, Viking hats. They're actually designing on these 3D machines, and he's got a Viking hat, and they just basically stick it on top of it, and they can walk around with a Viking hat.
3D printing. Is that what it is?
The 3D Viking app. That's what it is, baby. Be crazy.
Right, lads, I'm afraid I'm going to have to love yous and leave yous.
Yes.
Now, mate.
Time up for me, like.
He's going to go drink that Highland, whatever it was.
Yes, got to make a dunt in this bottle now.
How long have we been on now?
2.5 hours, but this
2.5 hours on this,
Yeah, this is just a test. Remember, it's next Friday, the rollout. It's a big long test, isn't it? Next Friday.
I think it works.
I think it works, yeah. Hopefully everybody who's watching will join us next Friday. That will be good.
We'll get Paul back on as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So
thank you very much for watching, everybody. Anyway, everybody's commented as well. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Who turns it off though? Because none of us are.
It's going to be running forever because it's on Paul's channel and he's away.
You're actually going to see Ross with his pad on. I think. Me getting ready for bed.
If you stay on, you'll see my light coming on in 10 minutes.
Anyway, that nitrate test has just finished. The Hannah nitrate test, we just finished it. If you want to know the results.
All right. Cheers, Woodhead. Right. Cheers, Brief Community. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Yeah, and thanks for your company. Appreciate it, guys.
Really. Yeah,
good.
Appreciate it. Yeah. See you next Friday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Take care, Jay. Right. Take care, guys. See you later.
Take it easy, guys. See you.